Fawole. Today we're talking about hip-hop in the 80s, America in the 80s, breakdancing and influences. And we have a good friend of mine here, Eugene.
Whoop.
De Souze.
Thank you very much.
Welcome,
Thank
Eugene.
you very much.
Welcome.
So I just want to say I appreciate you having me here at this lovely studio that you have. And, some people, they do like podcasts and, it doesn't look very impressive. I mean, behind the scenes that you guys have, it's like NASA. When the spaceship rockets went up in the air and you see the whole team every time.
It's actually the old NASA setup.
It's the old NASA setup. It's unbelievable. It's just, I feel viscerally that I'm actually
based.
there.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's nice. We got a very professional team.
Of course.
Right? And I really appreciate you having me, Ayel.
I appreciate you coming on the show as well.
No, absolutely. Cool.
Usually, I love you, bro, right?
I love you too, bro, man. I love you too. Well, sporadically, sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just like let's not. You know what I mean? It's not the Waters.
That's what. It's not the Waters.
It's like a Quentin Tarantino movie at times. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
it gets dark.
Sometimes, but it gets very light as well, which is why I had to say that, because you'll find me like kind of almost what we say when we're acting, corpsing, because you make me laugh so much, and it's like it's a joy to just talk to you, and that's why I've got you here as well, because of your energy and everything. Like
thank you, man.
It's really.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to start off with breakdancing, because you don't look like a dancer, but you are a dancer.
Don't like your tone. It's a little bit rude, a little bit disrespectful. All right, mind your P's and Q's.
Oh, I'm sorry. All
right, you're a dancer, yeah.
No, yeah. So I was talking about dancing. We dancing in the 80s when breakdancing was out, when the movie Breakdance, Ozone Turbo, Special K, around them times. I don't know if anyone remembers that kind of those eras. I grew up on that stuff. That was real stuff. People was out there, and it was people was actually. I knew a couple of moves as well. Locking and popping.
Classic movie, though.
But it was not just Breakdance was a classic movie.
As well as Jean-Claude Van Damme's first appearances as well.
Oh, was he in that?
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
But he was doing this.
Wait there. Whoa. Let's not just brush over that. That's some nerd research. Yeah. To know that Claude Van Damme, that's his first time he was on a movie.
That was his first film.
First time.
It was his first film.
His first appearance. He was an extra
dancer.
Yeah.
Was he dancing?
Appallingly.
Of course, now he does that.
He's in the crowd and he's doing
the guy takes what's her name, Special K. To that first dancing
when they bring her in
the daytime.
Venice
where
Beach.
Where they come from.
Venice Beach.
They come from the ballet thing.
Yeah.
And then they go to. He takes her to the first street dance thing, even though he's doing his ballet thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That crowd there, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I'll have to go back and watch that.
Venice Beach. If you watch the bit with Venice Beach,
Beach,
when they pop in there, you're Claude Van Damme. But breakdance was exceptional, man.
The movie, But I remember
we don't realise how great it was, though. It was. What do
you mean we don't realise how great it was?
Culturally, things have moved on so dramatically, because, like, you think about hip hop, people don't. I don't want to digress, but I think sometimes culture in modern day time, because it's so easily accessible to get to have culture. So it's like
what you mean, like now?
Yeah, like you go to a party, like a parlay party, and they've got hors d'oeuvres with all different flavours, and you go, oh, what should I have? Oh, I'll have a little bit of this, I'll have a little bit of that, and I think culture is it's everyone loves it, but there's no hard work. There's no it's not hard. It's easy to
the
access.
Internet's made
it's made it accessible, and
accessible to just build a culture, basically.
Absolutely, which is beautiful, and it has pros and cons with that. Yeah, so it's great. Everyone can access culture, but then also it devalues sometimes culture.
Easy come,
the fact that it's easy, you don't appreciate it.
So you feel it should be more like taboo, like where it's inaccessible, where it's like in that scene what you said, that to bring her from the ballet studio down to the beach, down to the ghetto to actually witness breakdancing, because it was nowhere else but on the beach, innit?
Yeah.
So that I understand. Yeah.
And there was a mixture of dances. That's like again, even those. I think the fact that a lot of those things were the first time they were happening made that era so creative. It was a creative era. Like a lot of pioneer things. Like people pioneered a lot of things in that era. A lot of iconic things happened that time, because the things that were built within that period are still just being built upon, rather than things being pioneered much.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you, but it's an organic. At the time, it was an organic moment of culture. I mean, if you look at a lot of things that are culture, like skateboard
Expression
culture,
as well.
all of these like big BMXing,
Graffiti.
breakdancing, graffiti. Well, to be honest, I mean, I don't want to be nerdy, but you go back, graffiti was happening before even breakdance. In fact, there's a situation. Sorry to digress from within graffiti. I was at an event with some graffiti artists from the 80s. Like first, man like Pride, Artful Dodger, Mold. They're well-respected graffiti artists. In it. I mean, I didn't really roll with the graffiti artists. I thought they were a bit nerdy.
What over here?
What?
What here?
Yeah, in the UK. I mean, I did. Oh God, I'm all over the place here, right? Yeah, but
no, he's fine.
But what I'm saying is that where I grew up in hip hop. Yeah, when I first got into hip hop, not when I first got into, when it first started to come around, because it weren't like a thing it was just really organically coming up.
Yeah.
How old are you guys?
How old are we?
Yeah.
He's older than me.
What's going on, man?
He's older than me.
How old are
anyway.
you? Put your cards. Get your face in front of the camera and start telling how old you are. Yeah, I understand. Put in a dress. Show you, innit? You tell us where you get your Just for Men dive.
What life was you living before hip hop?
No, but we're talking like when you had like
soul. Was you not in the soul? Come from the soul days?
The soul days.
No. You understand? Hip hop was the 80s. We're not easy, bro. We're not even that old.
So soul.
Soul, bro. I'm a
it's
kid.
Motown, innit?
Listen. All right, let me give you a little history lesson, a basic thing in Covent, in the UK anyway, right? So you had hip hop when it came, before it came, because you're a bit younger than me,
Be
right?
careful shaking the table, bro.
I do apologise, yeah.
No,
it's an expensive set and I don't want to disrespect it. But, right, check this, right?
I would take off after, will we?
So, sorry, relax, man.
Well, sorry, go on.
You ain't scratching your balls, but it's okay. It's even better. You can do things like that. But what I was going to say was, sorry to digress, but you, hip hop, you got to understand, I'm a little bit older than you, probably a couple of years older than you. There was a difference. Like, when hip hop came around, you got to understand the terrain. The terrain is that you got Margaret Thatcher running the country, poverty, London is grey. Yeah,
I remember.
People are skanking.
Yeah.
You understand? Rastas, reggae
Blues
music, blue. All you had was that, and then you'd have like a little soul music, whatever. It was great.
Marvin Gaye or
Marvin Gaye,
but
but London was great. Like we were looking at America, like wow.
Yeah.
But London was pretty great. There wasn't much going on.
No, I remember.
Yeah, it's not the world we live in today. You know. So you got to understand is that. So hip hop ain't been around. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, we start seeing videos coming from, like not videos, but we starting to see on TV. People start talking about electro music, and you understand, not on TV, but people saying, yeah, hip hop, body popping. The first time you would see body popping is in the UK was people doing the robot. Right, you know that robot stuff.
Do you know that?
And then you do the wind. They'd see people do the window. Those were the first.
That's miming.
Absolutely,
that's mine.
Yeah, they stole that. To be honest with you, but you see a Jericho.
Stole that. You know what I mean?
The mime stole it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's teeth and everything. But the Jericho, you'd see a Jericho soul dancer or something, pass a move, and then they'll do some robot thing, and then we go, wow, yeah. We didn't realize that was like hip hop, sort of, body popping and stuff, sort of coming true. But when hip hop started to come in the UK, listen, we all talk about rappers. Nobody cared about rappers.
Well, it started,
rapping on the food chain in the UK, rapping on the level was low key. Nobody cared. Hip hop. So you had,
Big Daddy Kane, who?
Zulu Nation. Big Daddy Kane ain't even around. It's Zulu Nation. It's
George Clinton.
No, George Clinton.
Psychedelic stuff.
Psychedelic. That's 70s.
But he was still. Didn't he ride through?
It wasn't hip hop. No, it's what you're talking
Funk.
about is more James Brown. More James Brown beats, break beats.
Okay.
That's
African
when
Bambaataa.
African Bambaataa.
Oh, okay, I know that name.
Which is a very controversial name to bring up in today's. What is it? That's enough.
What is that? Not African Bambaataa. It's not good.
It's another R. Kelly.
Well, there's a Well, no. He makes R. Kelly look like a Disney movie. But
let's not talk about him then.
Yeah, let's not get into it.
No, you still got to mention the sound, because they're still going to mention Gary Glitter and all these people, wherever they are. You know what I'm saying?
But anything built on doo-doo, I don't really want to talk about.
But it's also reality to a sense of
What was at the time? I wouldn't even mention him.
But nobody knew that at the time.
Yeah.
Well, I knew that because I was a breakdancer in like. All right, let me start off.
Yeah.
Hip hop in the UK, we had Covent Garden. Covent Garden was the epicenter of London.
African Centre.
Yeah. All right, near the African Centre.
Yeah.
We used to hang out.
By the street. Yeah.
People used to be dancing in the street, and we used to go to Covent Garden and Charing Cross.
Yeah. I never got down to Charing Cross.
Charing Cross was for the breakers.
Funk and Pussy. Do you remember that?
The what?
Funk and Pussy. It was a break
Funk
dance.
and Pussy.
Yeah, I don't know why it's called that, but it was a break
It was
dance.
a dance called Funk.
Break dance event in Africa Centre.
Okay.
It was probably a bit later down, but I think it was built up for all of the dancers coming around there.
Okay.
Yeah, Africa Centre actually started an event. They brought a couple. What was the guy, the Italian guy from the breakdance movie?
Ozone.
Nah.
Turbo?
That's Boogaloo, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. He passed away
last year.
Yeah.
Oh, no Italian guy.
Do you remember the
Turbo?
Nah, the oppositions, the bad guys.
Oh, the Puerto Rican guys.
Yeah.
Taco.
His name Taco, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's Taco.
I can't remember. You know who I'm talking
we had
about.
Taco from I think it's Taco. But we got a UK Taco, which is a legendary popper. But that guy there that you're talking about, that guy taught Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's body popping and dance moves comes from him.
The one from breakdance.
I'm telling you this right now.
Puerto Rican,
Watch him. Yeah, I think he's Mexican. I'm not too sure. He's not Puerto Rican because he's singing. It's Taco.
Yeah, he's got the full. Yeah,
it should be Taco.
I remember he's the one that first done that thing which like Drake done years later when he takes the heart out and he does that whole beat of the heart.
Well,
he originated that, innit?
Well, he didn't
Pop and Taco, innit?
Yeah, Pop and Taco, yeah. This guy is so legendary. Yeah?
Yeah.
This guy was just like unbelievable. If you watch Michael Jackson, they say that he taught Michael Jackson how to dance.
Wow.
So if you watch Michael Jackson when he does his body popping moves, and you see Michael Jackson does a lot of that. If you remember, that's him.
That's it. I remember. I just did the move a minute ago. Yeah, I remember the move.
Absolutely, that's him.
Cold.
So he was
how did you
exceptional.
feel when you was like, because you was a dancer, innit?
I was a kid though. Don't forget, I was a kid.
No, but I'm talking about. We'll move around today.
There's different levels of dancing.
No, when you got down, when you knew how to dance, and you got down and gave the Taco or the Michael Jackson, because like for me, watching those programs or watching those films or even watching Michael Jackson dance certain times, I wanted to be the person who came in the dance and like stopped the dance, because we used to when hip hop dancers used to dance, they used to make the circle. I thought that's where the circle comes from. And you go in a circle and you do your bit. If your bit's that good, people watch for a long time. You get all the props. So you're like a hero. That's what they used to depict in the films to me. That's what it meant to go to the party. That's why I even learned to dance, to get those accolades when you go in. I wasn't a break dancer or anything like that, but so when you got it and you knew you had it and you was down pat. Cause I see some people coming there like, and they give it all that, and they come and they prepare themselves to dance. Have you seen that? Have you ever seen that? Yeah. Because they know what they're gonna come with. Yeah. Like they might do a backflip or spits, and they do them. When you had your routine down, like how did that feel? What was like? Like some people have got these like there was a helicopter, the windmill. There was some crescendo moves, and there was some little moves you do. How did that feel? Like what was it like? What was going through your mind?
I'll answer that question. Very good question. I've got to say there's different elements, because I know we're all over the place with this
no,
topic.
we're going to talk. We're talking.
But what I'm saying is that when you there's first things you would do. So you were body popping, but then when breakdancing came in, that's what I gravitated to. But what happens? You would just work on, because we never had no one to teach you
at all.
So there's
I remember.
I can't go on my phone and say, how do I do a windmill? How do I do a backflip? So what we got to do is literally see a video, and there's 4 seconds of a man doing some move.
You couldn't record it back then.
Yeah, right? No, but you have to on a video.
In a video.
On an actual video.
What am I talking about?
No.
Like a music video, isn't it? Yeah.
No, you remember the VHS when you record the TV? These are the things that the youth don't even know. These days, you can't record TV.
Oh, but I never had I was too poor. I never had no VHS. Wow. We had to just watch it, and that was it. I never had video until probably DVDs came.
You had a video player? Of course you had a video player.
Man.
You never had a video player?
No, not for a long
So you
time.
never watched movies.
And then when I did get one, it wasn't VHS, it was Betamax or whatever you called it. You remember the difference between them two things?
So, bro, you never had a video player?
No, do you know what, right? There was one time, no video player, not in my house, no, but we were
listen.
poor. But we never had, like some houses you have, like, you can get a fizzy drinks. I wish you have dilute drink, and even that, sometimes you're not allowed to have the dilute drink. It's dilute drink. Do you know what I mean? Having a fizzy drink.
Wait. Are you trying to top me on some like little poverty stuff? You know, you get people.
No.
We never had electricity. We never had a house.
All right,
We never had a house. We never had food.
Okay, all right. Did you ever have sugar
We were
sandwiches?
vegans.
Did you ever have sugar sandwiches?
Bro.
No, did you have
No.
sugar sandwiches? Yes or no. It's a yes or no.
Stop what you're doing.
Did you
Stop.
have
No. Whoa. Touch me.
Go what?
When you... This is viscerally like that's when you know it's poverty. I'm with him.
No, you know
Do you know what?
Sugar sandwich.
That hurt me.
No,
That
it's
touched
real,
me.
bro.
That hit me hard.
There's nothing else in the house.
Listen,
You got sugar
no.
and
I'm gonna go sugar sandwich, and there's no. You open the cupboard, and the cupboard's bare.
Yeah.
Do you know about that level of poverty?
There's nothing
the
there.
fact
Don't
that
forget it.
sugar-
Well, to be honest, we
Nothing
had
there,
poverty,
man.
but we also had good times as well. But
Yeah.
But do you
But the
know
thing-
about?
but-
Do you know about? Well, you get butter and then you put sugar on the bottom
yeah.
of the bread.
Yeah.
But you know what? We look at it and that, oh, that's poor.
No,
But
you
what is
made it happen.
What is a donut?
So hold on a second. You don't had butter, but you
And
still
sugar.
put sugar. Listen,
Yeah, because there was nothing to have substance to put in the sandwich. You had to have that to give it like.
butter and bread is nice enough, man.
Bruv,
See,
after you've been
that's-
eating butter
Yeah.
bread for
There you
2
go, it
weeks
gets
or
realer.
3 weeks, and that's all you've been eating, it's like, bruv, it's a lot. But I'm
Yo,
not,
bro,
I'm not complaining about how I grew
My
up.
man,
Bread and ketchup.
I'm not complaining about it.
What did I just say?
What
did I just say?
I don't know.
I said, are you trying to challenge me with the poverty stuff?
No.
We goes bread and sugar.
Yeah.
And butter.
Yeah.
He goes, bro, butter was fine.
Just butter was-
He's trying to outdo us with the poverty
Don't
food.
worry about
I
it.
didn't feel
bro.
like I was poor.
My man was like,
I
yeah.
felt like I was rich with the butter.
Did you? No, but how old are you? Did you ever have sugar sandwiches?
No, I just had the butter. I didn't think about
So
putting
you
sugar in
don't-
it. I put sugar in the tea.
Bruv, when there was no
We
butter.
got created.
When there was no butter, you put that in there.
As a
But
kid.
but let's get back to the videos, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
The videos now, I never had a VHS. So like, I never had a video player. I remember, this is where my love of movies come from. This is why I know so much about films as well.
Okay.
I would go to my uncle's house or my cousin's house. They had video recorders and videos.
Sure.
And I would watch them 24 hours. I would watch every single film all the way through. Sometimes, and I would know them verbatim. You question me about films from the 80s, and I bet you I can tell you lines and stuff as well. Like my uncle, God rest his soul, I don't know, he might still be alive, I don't know. But there was a film called, no, it was Dirty Harry, right? Clint Eastwood. Right, there's a scene in Dirty Harry where a guy is running away from him, and Dirty Harry shoots him because Clint Eastwood was the shit when I was young, right? And he shoots him, but he shoots him in the balls, and the guy hits him in the balls, and he falls down. My uncle, right? Whenever we used to go out, it's like he just say, show them how the guy gets shot in the balls and falls down the stairs. Can you imagine how embarrassing that was? But we'd be in McDonald's or he'd be like, show them how the guy. So I'd actually act this thing out, but sometimes I'd be like, like allow me, uncle. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, but that was like, yeah, that was the videos. I never had a video player in my house.
Do you know why I know that you're so genuine? Because
Why?
when you're bringing up the movies that he's bringing up,
No, I'm
it's
telling
like
you.
Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry, yeah.
That's all the time.
Yeah, that was the time.
He was the man.
Yeah, he was the man. Clint Eastwood was the man, and he was like, was it make my day? And he was like, between him, we had like a lot of white icons and stuff, which is why when breakdance come out, I never saw it straight away. I heard about it from the people at school.
Okay.
Like Star Wars, I never saw for years, but I heard about the Ewoks and this. So I was salivating over stuff. I never saw it for it was out for years before I got to see it.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, it's like I was like, wow, and that's why I love movies so much because
Yeah.
I was waiting. Imagine a film, like you're waiting for a film to be released, yeah? But imagine everyone else in your school seen a film. It's released, but you can't see it because you ain't got a video player, you haven't got the facilities. So it's like, yeah, but I love movies. Go on,
To
sorry.
add to that, what you're saying, I mean, when I was young, before videos, yeah, there was no, like, if you never saw a movie, it would be gone. So I had my brother, like, if a movie came out, so like, Smoking the Bandit or something.
I used to love them
But you know those films, I'll tell you what, these are the Warriors.
Warriors!
Yeah, the Warriors.
I can't do it, that was very bad.
The Warriors
Yeah, it was a good film.
was epic. Like everyone that had a video, you had to watch a certain generation. The Warriors, the Wanderers,
Oh yeah, the one was like the Warriors, wasn't it?
Well, it was a Teddy Boy kind of version of it. But the thing is this: when I was a kid, I would hear about these movies. You know, like kung fu films.
Yeah,
my brother would go. My brother would go late night and come back and tell me all the stories.
I remember you used to have like the matinees.
Yeah.
You know, go on.
Sorry, did I?
No, don't be sorry.
My brother would come and tell me all these stories and go, and what it is, and one's a place a monkey, one's a snake and a monkey, and I'd be like, my brain.
Snake and eagle shadow.
Yeah, listen, man. In the 70s, your brain is just going, what?
This is what I'm
so
saying.
You're just trying to form pictures.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. So when I finally got to see the visuals, even Karate Kid, the way someone else told me the story of Karate Kid, and then what I actually saw Karate Kid, he was already iconic to me. Even like go back to breakdancing. You know, Turbo does a dance with a stick. Is it Turbo does a dance?
Yeah. Classic moment.
People had told me the story about that dance so many times before I saw it.
Yeah.
When I saw that, oh my God!
What's crazy? Yeah. You can see the string so easily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see the string back in the day. You know what I mean?
You know what? I think even when I saw it, I was like, it's not really string. It's real. But I didn't want to spoil the dream.
You know
I wanted to keep the whole thing running.
I think I was too busy.
It's a classic moment.
Watching it, beautiful moment.
To be honest with you, that's our. I could be stand corrected. That's our. Is that our in a movie sense? Is that our Walking in the Rain?
Gene Kelly.
Kelly. Is that our Gene Kelly?
Oh, come
Walking
on.
in the Rain
Hell
moment?
yeah.
It is,
for that time, for the 80s.
Yeah.
Is there another Gene Kelly Walking in the Rain element that you could say that is more that had more
gravity?
gravity?
The beat as well.
Is that? I think
he's outside the shop. He's outside the shop. He's outside the shop. He's outside the shop. He's supposed to be sleeping. He's like, and he's gone. And he's just like, and he's got a thing like that. And you're like, God, buddy.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be cleaning, working, but he's enjoying himself.
It's the way he moves. It's like,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. You know, every time,
the mood, that track, it's just like and when everything comes in, it's just magical.
It's
just a magical.
It's a magical moment.
It's a magical moment.
That's it. It's a magical moment.
Whenever it was my turn to sweep, that was me.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
Sabri, I do it every Thursday. Just to keep the blood flowing.
You know what? After this show, I'm definitely going to do it. I'm definitely going to end up doing it.
You're like, babes, where's the broom?
Yeah, babe, what are you doing the broom again?
So what you need it for? You don't clean up.
Oh my God.
The house is a mess. And why are you doing the main one?
Let me talk about how you managed to monetize it or make it like work for you. Being a dancer, yeah.
I'm going to brush over. But Covent Garden was the epicenter of hip hop in the UK. Not in the UK, but in London.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you say London in the 80s, you may as well say UK, right? And so what happened is people were back then. Everyone was organically in their communities. Yeah, so everyone was body popping, break dancing in their communities, and Covent Garden was the hub. But you had to be dangerous to be in Covent Garden. Like you couldn't come there like Toys R Us. So you couldn't go to add, I'm a breaker. Yeah. You have to show what you got. You understand? And to digress, I think that's probably why the stuff we were talking about earlier. But what I was saying is, you had to come and show and prove.
I remember.
You had to come and show and prove. And if you weren't up, you weren't getting into Covent Garden. There's people, fans of Covent Garden. They were just on the outskirts. And I remember I was 12. So when I went to Covent Garden in 1983, I remember going there and looking. Because what would happen, the best people from each borough, each area would come down there. So it's like a movie. But you would hear about names. So someone might say, they heard about this Eugene in North London. I heard about Danny Francis down in East London, down in Hackney. I've heard about, Dolby D up in South London. I've heard about this crew, that crew. It would just be words, but you don't know, you can't see things. Today's world, you say a name, and you say, oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, gosh, there's a couple, there's about 15 videos. So it was a mystery. Everyone was a mystery. But the only way you would meet them is in the epicenter, because you had to penetrate that circle to get there. And I remember I had a little name for myself in North London. I was like the kid, the danger kid, or whatever they would call it. Humbly, I mean that humbly. But so the guys that I knew brought me down. I remember him, Mark Callan down Robert Braithwaite, a friend of mine.
I know that name.
Yeah?
I know that name.
You probably even know
No, I
them.
know Braithwaite. I know them. The older people. I know them.
Bajan,
There was
older
a
guys.
couple of brothers. The Braithwaites, there was a couple of brothers. There wasn't just him.
They brought me. They brought me down. They goes.
Darren Braithwaite. There's Darren Braithwaite as well. There's a couple of brothers. Because it's from the manor. No, there was.
They might not be related. Braithwaite's quite a familiar name.
It's quite a familiar name. There's a few.
You got to remember that this is art in the manor. Look, let's talk about this. Let's talk about you penetrating the circle.
Yeah, let's not digress. Penetrating the circle of Covent Garden.
That's what you meant.
Pause. Buy me a drink before you do shit like that. You understand?
What I'm saying?
Hey, sweetie, please.
Your words, bro.
Call me sometimes. Jesus. Holy man.
So they said Braithwaite put you down. The Braithwaite put you down.
Do you know what was scary? It's not that you said that. It's the way you said it, you looked me deep in my eyes.
Yeah, that's when you penetrate the circle.
I want to get you back on book.
Man went like this. I was like, shit, okay, penetrate the circle. So what happened? What was penetrate? When did I penetrate?
She had a fat ass.
Oh, come on.
There was loads of women. There was loads of them.
You know, it making me die.
I was with loads of women that day.
Trying to be professional, he's like killing me. But,
Sorry, I apologize.
Go on.
I apologize. Sorry.
So you penetrated the circle?
Yeah, I penetrated like loads of women.
No. Oh, my God.
Well, it was a circle.
It was a circle of women.
It ain't no more.
Yeah, because I'm a man.
Because it was penetrated.
Anyway, we digress. Okay, Charlie, so don't mean anything about that. But so basically, I got brought down. I heard about Covent Garden. I didn't know what it actually was because I lived in North London and Covent Garden.
It's up the road, mate.
Well, when you're 12, in 1982,
right.
you was what, like 5 and all that.
4. Even when I started going there, it was far. It was like that was a place to go.
But going to West End was a big.
It was West End,
deal.
Yeah.
So what happened is I remember them, they brought me down. They were like, "Yeah, we got to show you something," because I was quite good in my area, right?
Yeah.
So they brought me down to, and this probably happened to loads of people in different areas. And they brought me down to Covent Garden. I saw Covent Garden on the TV, and they had body popping. I'm like, "Wow, there's people dancing, body popping."
I don't think I had a TV over at the time.
Bro, this is getting emotional.
It was the black and white one with the knobs that you twist that you couldn't press.
My mum was like, "Yeah, I was just drawing. We were just drawing pictures of TVs." Yeah. So what happened? They brought me down there. Right, I came down there. And I was a little kid. I'm a kid. What's really weird, I was 12. I'm son's age. I can't believe I'm in Covent Garden.
Yeah.
When they brought me there, that was the day that changed my life. Because when I came into Covent Garden, you can understand, it was like I walked in
like an arena.
And everyone had brooms, so they were just cleaning up the community. It was the most cleanest place in London because everyone had brooms.
Oh my God, I love it.
So what happened, right? I came there and they were like, "Yeah, Eugene, yeah." So I'm just little, man. So I'm like this little kid, and I'm looking there, and I'm like, because there's no competition in my area. There's none.
No, I know.
Yeah, there's none. There's only certain names, and I go to Covent Garden, and then I'm standing there, and there's this big circle, and I just see like, boom, these guys locking, but these guys don't look like your local dudes. Like they're wearing like baggy. You understand, like baggy trousers, the LA locking, boom, their body popping.
Even what's that stuff? You know, up rocking. We used to go like go that way, go that way, go that way, go that. It was like come on.
Yeah. You know, like Flash. You know what's his name? God rest him.
Michael Jackson.
Uzo.
Ozone.
Boogaloo.
Boogaloo
Shrimp. He had all that kind of flash thing.
Yeah.
There was guys doing that kind of like float show off stuff.
Yeah.
And the confidence, because when I look back at it, these guys were only like 17.
Yeah.
But they were doing things like boom and doing stuff
Yeah.
like that.
You know what,
and we
mate?
never had that in working class London in the 1980s.
Yeah.
Like kids were living in flats and poverty and in the areas of community where there's not much going on.
Yeah.
And so everybody was like insulated in a small mindset.
Yeah.
So you couldn't show it. So you couldn't be you can't say jokes. You can't be like,
I think we only did 2 steps, no?
Because it's more sort of Caribbean based, where Caribbean they're more serious to trying to be more.
And that was a side of it, that G side as well, like that.
Yeah.
Kind of bandanas around the face.
Yeah,
back in the days
there
as
was
well.
art and hardcore, that kind of thing. But so when I came down to Covent Garden, I saw these guys, and I looked, and then my friend goes, "That's this person, that's that person." I'm like, "Oh, that's the name, that's the face, that's Danny Francis." I was like, "That's Danny Francis. Gee, that's the guy I keep hearing about for the last year. Oh, that's this. But I'm like, oh, okay, that's what. Now I've got him. I'm putting faces to the names because you just people hear everybody's name. Yeah. So I look, and I was watching them, and I remember the circle, and I remember being with my friends, and I remember it viscerally because I remember looking in the circle and watching in the crowd, just all tourists and English people, just going, wow.
Just like
people body pop and break dance and flip and street guys. It was the coolest thing. Like, it might mean nothing now. Yeah. At that time, it's just the coolest. You've never seen it before. You've never. It's different. Like, even the guys, the breakers are amazing now. Absolutely unbelievable.
Just that street element. I think they're trying to bring that street element back now. I think 2020 brought so much old school stuff back. Even just going to the park. I don't know if you know what I mean. I know like some people always go to the park, but like a lot of people just generally going back to the park. Even me, maybe a bit more. Yeah. But even things like the street dancing things, because people had nowhere to go, so they had to bring all the elements of things that people enjoyed. People came together based on what they enjoyed. So that was 1 year where I saw things that happened in the way that they used to happen on a regular basis, because it had to.
You're right.
There was nothing else to do.
I think people simplified their life.
I was eating sugar sandwiches.
You was eating
during the lockdown. At some point during the lockdown, because stuff you couldn't buy on the shelf. What? You know stuff you couldn't buy on the shelf.
But you like sugar sandwiches.
Let me just say something. We'll go back to hip hop, right? We'll hold that story, right?
Nah.
All right, let's get through the story. Sugar sandwiches. We'll keep the sugar sandwiches.
Put in the sugar sandwiches. And let's talk about you penetrating that circle. How you doing? You came around. You've seen all these people here now. That's him. That's him. That's him. That's him.
Yeah, sure.
Go on.
So what happened is I just always remember that moment where I looked in the circle and I just thought, how do I get from here, being spectating, to being with them? Because I was like, I want to be with these guys. Yeah. I don't want to be watching them. I want to be them. Yeah. I want to be their friends. I want to be down with them. How do I get? And I just remember looking at my friends. No disrespect, mad love to they my dudes, but I was like, they're not at that level. So I had to say, how do I penetrate that circle? Yeah. So there you go. Penetrate that circle.
No, I said, how do you penetrate that circle?
How do you uncomfortably looked in my eyes and penetrating that circle.
What was your dad's name?
This is the hilarious thing, is that my name is Eugene, right? So everyone just Eugene. And I always wanted the name. Really wanted the name. And I remember I tried to, because I was small. I was little. I was really, really, really small. And and someone goes to me, oh, you're tiny. Oh,
wow. They called you tiny.
Hey, you're tiny. And they go like, yo, that's tiny. Yo, tiny. So they started calling me tiny. So I got a little pen and I did my little graffiti and I was like, I'm tiny.
You owned it, yeah.
That's who I am. It's the coolest name, Tiny.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah. Everyone's like, nah, you're not Tiny, you're Eugene. It's cool.
Seriously, yeah.
So they just kept me as Eugene, and I always wanted like a mysterious name, something cool, like something. But I never got one, and I just stuck with Eugene.
They have to name you something. You can never. I've got 1,001 nicknames.
Yeah, right? I don't think you should name yourself.
You can't name yourself.
You should let people name.
That's why they're like, whatever. Like you're Eugene, mate. There's some names you don't want to be called as well.
Yeah, of course. You got to roll.
But yeah, so you wanted to be with them. You got with them.
I'll tell you what happened.
How'd you get with them?
Very quickly, I'll tell you what happened. The following week, I wanted to come down to Covent Garden again. I'm 12, all right? I can't just go down and just jump on a train and go down to the West End. So I go knocking on the door of my friend Robert, and I go, Robert, and he goes, oh, my mum, we got to go do shopping. Yeah, we have to go shopping. And then I go knock on the door. It's a bit like the Three Bears. Yeah, I go knocking at Mark's house, and Mark goes, no, I'm playing football with my brother, all right? But I'm like, please, could you take me to Covent Garden? So I said, you know what? We're gonna go to Covent Garden by ourselves. 12. We're gonna make it happen.
Adventure.
And I went to the train station. I had no money. I was broke.
Where was you? Where did you
live? Broke for the others.
Wasn't you in Westbourne?
I'm Cali. I'm in Cali, in Westbourne. Yeah, absolutely. How did you know that? Oh,
mate,
you knew.
Listen, can I just say, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just let you off.
Yeah,
all this stuff that was done.
I love the professionalism with eating.
Listen, my son made the cake. I love cake. To the viewers, if you don't like cake, well, anyway. So I'll just say this is one of the reasons why I know you. It's because you was kind of a hero a little bit back in the day.
Oh man,
you know what I mean? Seriously, that's how I know. No, that's how I know, because he's a big brother to someone who was a little bit younger than me in school. like, because of your demeanour, your attitude, and all that stuff that's probably going on in your world around the time. Like I was around, so you could see stuff and you hear about stuff. So I probably heard about you, and then back in the day, you know, they all like light-skinned brothers and all that. The whole thing about that, you was moving, you, and you're quite a big character. I still got love for you. You're a great guy.
Oh man, thank you.
You're a great guy.
Much.
Seriously, you got oodles of personality. So like, you know, you come in a room, you light up a room certain times, even up till now, you don't get it. So you do get it, but you're very humble with it as well.
I enjoy it. Yeah, it's just natural.
So it's just like I knew about you. I knew about you. So you didn't know these that's him.
Yeah.
But I knew who you was. I knew who certain people was because you're in the manor. So when you go past me, you wouldn't notice me.
Yeah.
But I'd notice you.
You know what's
and that's all it is. That's how who he was, isn't it?
Listen, man, it's beautiful. I appreciate you, man. I really do appreciate you, and it's so lovely that you expect that. I think I'm starting to hear these things now. You know, like like a friend of ours, a personal friend, rang us.
Not Junior Parry, not Junior Parry.
No, Josie, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to mention his name. You could edit that out.
Yeah,
but
he's a man, man.
But
man.
he rang me.
Family, man.
He rang me, and he said the same kind of stuff you're talking about. Not to that point, but he was just saying certain things. I was like, I've never ever thought myself in those ways, and I do appreciate you express, because you know we're big men, and then you can express those things. And I was like,
it's a beautiful
wow,
thing.
because you never know, like you feel you're having no effect on anything.
No,
and I really appreciate it, man. It's really nice.
Thank you for that. Sorry, you're welcome. You've got your own spark. People who've got inner light have got inner light.
Yeah.
If up until today, that's the reason we're even talking right now today, not to get all mushy or nothing like that. When we have conversations, I'm engrossed in the conversations. You're interested.
We do.
When we talk, I've talked for 2 minutes. We'll be talking for like half an hour or hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like
it's very difficult to have a conversation with you for 4 seconds.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah. What's up? Yeah, I'm good, man. Listen, I can't talk for too long, but I just want to say to you, Thursday thingy, cool. Yeah, so what happened? Oh, did you watch that movie? Yeah, great. Hey, did you ever eat sugar sandwiches? No, I never ate. So, no, what kind of flavour did you use?
No, but it was like okay.
And then we digress into this.
So we might have to start selling sugar sandwiches on the episodes.
Yo, sugar sandwiches.
No, if we do that,
that's poverty. That's poverty.
What's the thing with the I don't know the beat, sir. How do you do it? Even that beatboxing was around them times too, wasn't it?
I'm not a beatboxer. I'm really worried.
But yeah, so saying that, you wanted to be next to these guys. Guys want to be next to you.
I'm looking and saying, how do I get there? So as I said, I go knock on my friend's door and I'm like, hey, listen, I need to go. I have to go to that place again. It was amazing. I can't believe it. I was so excited. So what I did was, I just said, I'm going to go there. Yeah, I'm 12. I'm going to make this happen. Which I like. My son, listen, man. My son, I don't let my son go to the bottom of the street without
different times,
helicopters,
different eras, man.
security.
It's different. It's different.
It's different. I mean, to be honest with you, you can kidnap a child. If you're going to kidnap a kid, that's the best time to kidnap a kid. There's no cameras anywhere.
CCTV.
Yeah.
We're not talking about kidnapping children on that show, okay? We're not advocating it. Let's get back to what
kidnapping children is not good. I'm just saying, as a child, if you're going to get kidnapped, I would assume it would be in the 80s.
Death to all kidnappers as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, if you were evil enough to even try to attempt to kidnap a child,
children alone, mate.
This is a bad time because we're going to get you. Okay, it's all good. But yeah, so what happened I was like, yeah, I'm going. And I jumped on a train and I did crime because I didn't pay for the train ticket. Yeah, that happens now and again in the 80s. Yeah, and it was easy, to be honest with you. You're 12, you ain't got no money.
Nothing like it is today.
People would walk, you just run round the man. That's who you do and keep going. I'm not advocating crime. It's good. Pay for your fares. It's very important.
Get off the bus, like, as soon as you get tickets, I'm getting off the stop.
Yeah, so, and you go, look, you search why it goes to, where it goes to about 15 bus stops. You're like, yeah, 1 minute, I'm sure it's this pocket. And my man standing there with the
ticket.
How old school does that seem now? How old? A man's got a thing like this and he gets your ticket. How old school is that?
No, but wait. Did you get the ones on the floor?
But there was always an open door so you could run off.
Yeah.
No, but you could find them on the floor, cuz. and say, that was my ticket, and someone would have it, and someone would be like,
yeah. That's what it was.
That's it.
But the ticket, but you're right. If you found a ticket, you had a ticket.
But them days you can give a fake name as well. It wasn't no computer.
There was no taking your name. They would literally kick you off the bus. Same thing. They wouldn't give a shit. They would want you to get off there. They kick you off. They don't care about nothing.
Those guys, listen.
They'll give you a punch in the back of the ears.
70s, 80s,
What?
man. It's a different
world. They're totally different.
I was in it. I just arrived in the 80s.
Totally different. Totally different.
Calm down, all right, Jay. You don't have to show.
No, but you look like you was my age, so that's why I'm just making fun of you.
Let's leave.
I didn't know you was born in the 60s.
Hold on.
Whoa, jeez. It's not only for that, Jay. It's so disrespectful.
Was you born in the 60s?
Whoa, what's going on?
No, but was you born in the 60s?
It was Jay's bad joke that has illuminated that you're taking.
I was born in 1970.
I was born in 1971.
So he just made it then.
What were you?
He was 12. So
what was I?
What were you born?
I was what I was.
Bro, my man's in denial. I just put my cards on the table. My man's was he was.
Well, I was.
You're younger than me, and he's still like, I
don't mind.
That shows a man's integrity. Like I'm so comfortable with myself.
I was 75.
You was born in 75.
Yeah.
Bro, you're just
75 was a great year though. Serious.
Because you were born?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I believe you. But all right, 75 was. It was
a great year.
I'm trying to think. I remember 75.
It was a great year.
I had this conversation with your NASA team behind the camera.
Yeah.
And we was talking about
75 was a great
moments where you just we're going all over the place, but it's enjoyable.
We're talking, man. We're gonna go to New York soon.
Okay, all right, we're going to New York.
We're going to New York soon.
So what happened was we were talking about how the first times in life where you realise you're on the planet.
Yeah.
Where you look at the street and you look at the world. And you look out the window and you see a postman walking, or you see someone walking on the street.
Yeah.
And those are the moments. And then you walk out into the front garden. You look out, and you're a little kid,
yeah.
and you're aware of your surroundings. And that's what we was. I don't know why I went with that this way, but it
just from 0 to 7 we was talking about.
Yeah. How those are the moments of the things that you pick up. But we're digressing.
No, I just want to know, like, what I want to know, right? Because I'm not gonna have like a 15-hour podcast with you. We're gonna chop it up, right? Because you can go on and on, so I can go on. Yeah. So you're trying to penetrate the circle. You want to be from here to there. You want to be next to these dancers, doing what them dancers are doing. You knocked on these doors. You decided to go to West End on your own. You're bunking the train as we used to do. It wasn't bunking the train. You're halfway to Covent Garden. No, forget that. You're at Covent Garden now. You made it.
Now I've made it. I'm by myself. I'm there. Now I go into Covent Garden. I go down. I walk down into Covent Garden.
You come at the train station?
Yeah, I come out the train station. Come out there, you turn, you got that hill, the
cobblestones,
and I'm walking down.
Did you go the right
my
way,
heart's beating. Yeah. Because I've been there once.
Yeah, you know where it is.
My heart's beating.
In fact, if you go any other way, it's all like no man's land. That was the same for me. I only knew how to get from the train station to the centre of Covent Garden where they done all the stuff and back home. Everything around there was another adventure. Down to Charing Cross Road and all that. That's why I never went to Charing Cross when you said the breakdancing thing, because it was just like foreign land.
Covent Garden.
It's just Covent Garden and home. Home. When I was young, it was there and home.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And just try and talk to like whatever girls you could talk to, and you have a conversation.
That was the only popping spot really them days, isn't it?
That was popping, man. But as I said, I got there. I remember viscerally the day I walked down by myself with nobody, and I remember walking, and I remember looking and seeing like a whole group of people, and I was standing. They had these wooden poles that people used to sit on. They're like legendary wooden poles in the hip hop community that people used to sit on and chat and talk and hang out
and get penetrated.
Just I don't know. See, you're putting a puzzle together here.
No, I'm
just penetrating circles.
Sit on poles.
So what happened? And if you want to penetrate circles, you know, live. But
I wouldn't change the story soon as I get to the end of it. I'll go to New York.
So what happens? Yeah. So what happened? So when I came down there was a group of guys, and I remember looking at them and going like oh my god, they're like thinking. I just remember standing there as a little kid just watching them, and one guy was popping and they were talking, and there was one guy that saw me the week before. And he looked, and because I went to Charing Cross that same week, the week before, and I did windmills in Charing Cross.
Wow.
And they saw me, and everyone was like, who are you, what's your name? They said I look Puerto Rican, because what you don't realize,
say that from earlier.
what you don't realise,
wait.
and that's going to
Yeah,
digress into New York when we talk
No,
about
we're
New
gonna
York.
go. We're gonna go to New
So
York afterwards.
what you don't
Don't worry about
realise
that.
is being Puerto Rican is a massive compliment back then.
In
I'm
the
not saying it's not a
breakdancing
compliment
thing as
now,
well, innit?
but right, the
That taco,
Puerto Ricans
that
were
taco,
cool.
the taco guy was.
They are still cool, but I'm just saying is that at that moment it was like they were break dancers, crazy legs, but you know,
Yeah,
Rocksteady
crazy
Crew, New York
legs,
City
yeah,
breakers,
yeah.
Ice.
Now you're
My
talking
heroes.
about Rock. I remember Rocksteady Crew as well. Like breakdancing was a movie, but I remember Rocksteady Crew and the crews that they had and stuff. And
Pause.
Okay.
We're gonna hit there. Well, I just want to finish this. So what happened is, as I came into the thing, I watched these guys, and I remember looking, and one of them remembered me from the week before.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there, and I'm just looking. I'm like, please call me over. Like, look at
begging.
I'm just standing there like this. Please call me over.
No, you
Please
said,
call me over.
"Hey, Holmes, what's up? Come on."
And they were all chatting, they were talking. There's about 6 of them, and then one looked at me and he put his hand and he waved over to me, and I remember just looking and going, waving. You know, I'm 12, man. I'm like, yeah, hi. Even someone knows me, and I'm standing there. I must have been there for about an hour, and then the guy looked over me, and they carried on talking. I'm like, oh, I wish I could go over there. Well, I don't know them. Yeah. And then the guy goes, he was talking, and he just turned to me and went, after like 20 minutes, went, come over. So I walked over, and then one guy goes, you see this kid? I goes, yeah, he looks like a little Puerto Rican. And he goes, he could destroy you on the break to a guy, a bigger, older guy than me. And the guy goes, what? No way, he's a kid. He goes, no, this guy was here last week, he done something, but he would destroy you. And then, you know, we come from North London. It's working class London.
Come on.
Yeah. I'm
ready.
not your average kid. I'm like, yeah, I can destroy you.
You're ready.
Yeah. I'm doing a couple of those. Feeling myself.
You're
It's
confident.
like, I'm confident. I'm like, yeah, I can destroy you.
Yeah.
'Cause now I'm trying to prove to them they're older than me. So what they goes, let's go. And they brought me down the culvert, Charing Cross, and they were like, bust a move. And the guy did something, and then I came and I did something, and it impressed them, and they were like, wow. And they were like, how old are you? And I was like, 12. And then from there,
You was in.
I was in, and then people were like, boom, and they
You
were
were
introducing me.
Was you sniffing at 12?
Pardon me?
Were you sniffing at 12?
Oh wow, wow.
No, but
No, it's before I met Io.
Wow. Sorry, like I've got a disclaimer. Remember, you never met me.
You guys got to edit.
I've looked
edit
up
this
to
out.
you. Don't be editing out shit.
Oh, really?
I-
I never sniffed anything.
I looked up to you for years, and the reason as well now is becoming more apparent is your tenacity. You have a tenacious attitude about your mannerism about you, which is why you got in. And when they said what you gonna do, you just did what you had to do.
Yeah.
Your confidence oozes off you. But carry on.
Well, but that was the thing, is that you literally never had an option. So you
Yeah.
only had the
do or
option.
die, innit?
It's do or die. And there's only a small avenue here. Covent Garden's the epicenter.
Yeah.
It's not like Covent Garden and then there's Hackney and there's this and
There's
that.
no-
It's like
yeah.
there's one opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds like a bit like the TV film Fame, where they go where the woman's got the
chance.
sergeant. You only have one chance and all that kind of stuff. But it was.
Was that thing?
Fame, yeah.
I wanna live forever. Come on, same time. I wanna learn how to fly. Ha! What's it? I
Okay.
feel it coming together.
Whoa.
Oh, people see me and die. Remember.
See, let me tell you.
Come on, dude. I give you something. No, I give you something. Go.
All right. Okay.
No one
okay.
did you to do.
All right.
Go on.
But what you're saying is that what people don't realize is that, you know, we're showing our age. Yeah.
So what was
Because
great time to live?
The fact that you said you never had a video,
Yeah.
right?
Fame was on TV, buddy.
Yeah. But the fact that you know every song,
Yeah.
or every lyric, you got to the second verse.
Because that was my only
Bro,
entertainment.
we're talking about 40 years ago.
I used to
We're
wait.
talking about 40 years
Bruv,
ago,
I
my
used to
man.
wait. I used to wait for that to come on. Do you know what? What's his name? Leroy.
Leroy.
Leroy was the only black icon on TV back then in them times. He had braids, and he was a bad boy, but he was a bad boy that danced.
Yeah.
FYI, I've done ballet and contemporary dancing and other things because of Fame as well. I didn't realise until just now that I actually took stuff from that guy and said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Do you know what I mean?
So you did have a video player in the end.
No,
Yeah.
Fame was on TV, and this is the thing. There was only
Faking poverty.
sugar sandwiches.
Come on, baby.
Anyway, TV back then, like you only had certain things to watch. It was either Nora Batty, Last Summer Wine. You know, like the films you was talking about. I never saw them. I saw stuff like Quadrophenia.
Oh man, classics.
But he was just showing me white
Don't you
films.
remember back in the day?
You know Quadrophenia, right?
Oh, bro, don't tell me about Quadrophenia. It's exceptional. You watch it today.
That's a great film. It's a great
an
film.
amazing
Don't you remember
movie.
renting TVs and video players? Like
No, we never had money for that.
Don't you remember them things?
Go and read their book. What
Tire.
TV what? Go and read their book. That's what my mum told me. Talking about TV and that. Even furthermore, my watershed was 6 o'clock. You know, if anyone done anything, if someone said to you, we're going to go to the bedroom, I'm like, come on, daddy, tell you off, go to bed. That's it. No sort of sex.
Anything.
If someone looked at someone and went, hey, come on, bedtime. I swear to God, any sexual reference, I was gone.
Yeah.
No matter what, I'm like, oh, man, come on, man. I used to get it. So, there was no leniency for me. So, them certain things you should sneak and watch, and certain things you could enjoy. I said, when it was off TV, it was off TV.
Yeah.
But so you've done this stuff, you've done the dance. Now you're in with them. Do you know what? You're a break dancer.
Now I'm a certified Covent Garden break, like first generation hip hop. You don't know it's first generation. You're just enjoying the culture. But then I've got kudos. People know me as singing, but. As Eugene in Covent Garden, the kid, all these kind of lovely things that people say about you at the time. But what happened is that what Covent Garden did for me is, and a lot of other people from Covent Garden of that time will say, it opened my world massively. So it allowed me, I'm a working class, you're a working class kid.
Sorry, excuse me.
Minority, we come from black communities, poor thingies. We live in certain areas. We stay in our areas. You stay in your area. You don't really go out much. Yeah. So you stay in the flats outside the off license, on the wall where everyone hangs out, and you stay there.
You was lucky,
and that's your
that.
culture. But being in Covent Garden, listen, man, you're hanging out with like Japanese. Like people that are into breakdancing or Italians,
different people,
French people. So the world is like, so I'm meeting people. I'm coming down there. I'm meeting like French people who breakdance, and I'm like, and they're like, I heard about
Eugene,
like
Tiny.
Yes, I heard about Tiny.
Tiny. Are you Tiny?
I heard about like Covent Garden and you're like. Okay, man.
That's not really
my French is not good. I'm working on it. Okay, all right. Well, let's brush over that. All right, it's sensitive. So you meet these people and they're just literally, you're like, I've never met French people before. Where are you meeting French people in Hackney or in Tottenham or in Brixton? Where are you meeting French people?
Them days.
Why? Who do you know as French people? Well, to be fair, I'm half St. Lucian, so there is a French element to it.
Wait a minute.
But it's not French in the same ways of Parisian French. So you don't. My world blew up. So I started meeting people and talking to different people from different backgrounds, economical backgrounds. And what that did is just blew my mind and my world in a different way. And then when I started going home, on the way home, I'm coming back from Covent Garden and I'm bumping out with my friends and they're just hanging out at the off license. And you look and you go, what's happening? Where you would be at the off license. But I'm like, and they're like, yo, are you? What's happening, mate? Was you down in Covent Garden? And I'll be like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, man. What was it like? Did you do any battles or anything like that? And you're like, I've just been hanging out with like some Russian breakdancer, who's telling me about Russia, and somebody who's from like Germany and
France,
and photography in France or Japanese people. And you're seeing people from different parts of the world, but you're sitting down and taking the time to absorb people from other parts of the world. Now that doesn't seem like anything now.
No, it does.
But if you're in 1983,
you're absorbing it.
You're absorbing subliminal things.
Yeah, that's it.
And then you're going back.
It's subliminal. You're not sitting down absorbing it.
You're
not young, a kid.
Yeah,
you're just absorbing.
And you've got no phones to look at to distract you. There's nothing where you're thinking about something. You just look. You got to look. You got to look at people. That's your entertainment. Is to look at people to find something interesting. But you're learning from these things.
It was a beautiful time.
It's a beautiful time. And then I started to realise I need to move away from this off-license or hanging around the flats or hanging around. And you start expanding and growing and changing.
So let me fast forward now, because I understand your influence of hip hop and passion and desire to expand.
Sure.
Right? But I'm going from conversations we had. Now, I know back in the day when some of this stuff was going on that we're talking about on the TV, you had the benefit, the pleasure, the luck to actually go over to the States. I've been in the States. I'm in the States like maybe 5-6 years ago. Look at my age. Like so everything I was hearing, like when I say I was watch films, you hear about like what happened in the film, and I'm hearing about it, and then I see it like 5, 6, 7 years later, and I'm like, wow, you actually was lucky enough to go to the States where these films are being made almost, and you probably could have walked on a street that looked almost exactly like the same store that the bodegas they call them, that my mum was doing their thing outside.
Yeah.
And so just like talk me through that. I mean, I know why you went there and that. I don't. If you want to talk about that,
Why
that's
did you
up to
go
you.
there?
No, that's up to you. If you want to talk about that. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
Ah, cool.
It's
So
no
let's
problem.
talk about that then. Let's talk about why you went there and then just go from there then.
Okay, so obviously I'm young.
It's like a Nigerian thing, actually.
Is it Nigeria?
It's like a Nigerian thing. We
Why is
break
it
it down.
Nigerian thing?
Because
Let him explain first. And then
All right. So now, I'm this young kid, growing up, working class, minority, London in the 80s. Hip hop has just started to come, breakdancing, body popping, electro, all that kind of stuff. This is the most important thing, like, to my life at that time. So breakdancing. Then, what happens is I start learning how to play basketball. Yeah? I start playing basketball. This is 1984. Start learning to play basketball. Anyway, years later, a friend of mine that was a close friend, he went to the Bronx. But his dad lived in the Bronx. His dad lived in the Bronx, and he would go visit his dad. Long story short, I ended up going to, like, he went there and he was bored. Yeah, I think he was in Canada as well. Anyway, I digress. He was in...
that's not a story you told me.
Which one?
So
yeah, anyway, all right. So let me just say what I'm saying.
I wanted to be there. I would have, like, I had little snippets on TV of this country. Even when I got to go to this country, I done a whole tourist thing where I want to eat. Okay, let me put it on this side. I want to let you talk right now, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
But there used to be a program called Hill Street Blues.
Oh, that's how
on TV, right?
Absolutely.
It was a cop show on TV, yeah?
Favourite piano.
Voice by the camera, please. Hello? Yeah, so there used to be a pro called Hill Street Blues, right?
Yeah.
And this is how fickle it was for me being in London and growing up in London and watching on the TV. On there, they used to eat apples. And the apples used to be so red. I used to think the apples in America were better than the apples in London. And I wanted to go to America, eat one of those really red apples. Yeah. I wondered why they tasted so good. And this is just this is like a prop in the back of the bloody program. And I was convinced that American apples were better than English apples.
Yeah,
so I'm serious though.
No.
I'm deadly serious.
What you're saying is so beautiful because I remember myself watching
Hill Street Blues.
Hill Street Blues. It was my favorite. I love the piano.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, I love that piano. I
remember Mo Better Blues, but
no, remember Hill Street Blues.
Hill Street Blues was the show, man.
That shows the age.
That's all right.
Age difference.
That's right. No problem. No problem.
My man,
but Hill Street Blues was
but right. Check this. But Hill Street Blues was so exceptional. Like they don't know the value of Hill Street Blues. Right? Hill Street Blues was like Breaking Bad or something like that.
For
us, time.
For us.
In the 60s.
Yeah, for us. I
think it's late 70s. I think it's late 70s.
I just remember that was a cop show I could see. That
those
was
were the reruns.
To America.
It hit the reruns.
Yeah, they definitely were the reruns.
But Hill Street Blues, that's the first time we even saw America's like Chicago in the ghetto. Like we didn't even ever know what it was.
Yeah.
We didn't know. Like what we'd watch American black movies and someone be like, "Hey sugar, hey girl." Yeah. Like black people were like stereotyped.
Or Huggy Bear
well, Huggy Bear was
jive turkey.
Yeah. Hey, jive turkey, you sucker. Yeah. So everybody was like, "Raw, that's how black people talk in America, sucker." Like you think like everyone.
Hey man, what it look like? What it be like, man?
Yeah.
What up, man?
So all they would do is illuminate the stereotype or the caricature for us to be.
And there was no filter.
To be no filter, and the same thing like it's like. Getting a West Indian man's like, yo man, let me tell you everything. It's like it's just really corny.
Look, every Russian was smoking weed. Everyone was like,
but we bought into that stereotype of American black people. Hey, sucker, because they're the things.
That's what we saw.
That's what we saw.
That's all we saw.
So that's the only. Yeah. So every time we saw black people, it was like, hey, if you. Anyway, I digress. That caricature. That's all we saw. So when you saw shows like Hill Street Blues,
why did you go to America though?
Why did I go to America?
Why was he shipped to America?
Yeah. What happened is a friend of mine invited me over.
Why is he getting shipped then?
Was that shipped to America?
Yeah, the way you're saying shipped is like. You know
All right, just get to the.
Right.
We're gonna get.
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
He was getting in trouble. As far as I know, the story he told me, I don't care. I'm telling his story for him now. He don't want to tell it. He was getting in trouble, and the mum said, like, you know what? I think it's better for you to go over there rather than go down the path that I see a lot of your friends going down. Why don't you go with that guy who's gone over there? Because that guy who's gone over there is kind of a good boy. The guy's over here. That one's gonna go jail in a minute. He's gonna go jail in 2 minutes. He's gonna go jail in 3 minutes, and that one might not reach his 70th birthday. So I need to go somewhere you're gonna make it and be okay. And that guy who's gone over there is a good guy, and he's gone to his family. He'll make it and be okay. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I'm sorry for telling someone else's story. Yeah. But that's what I got from you.
Personally, I didn't realise you was an expert at translating people's conversations.
Is it right?
It's exceptional.
Is it right?
There are elements to it. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. But a friend of mine invited me over because you know what I mean. Yeah, a friend of mine invited me over, and he.
It's what I said. Trust me.
Yeah. Well, he invited me over to just to come and hang out in New York. Yeah, because he was bored. He's only young. We're only young. So eventually, I'm going now to the Mecca. See, we look, and Americans probably might watch this and go, "What? How the hell were they perceiving this?" You know, you got to understand. It's like you're as good as your options creatively, and you know, and you got to understand the world we grew up in London. So especially me coming from breakdancing to end up to be in the Bronx in like 1987. Yeah,
big.
It's massive.
Big.
It's absolutely massive. It's
big.
like, you know, it's so massive for me to be there. So
he went down to the Get Down.
Yeah, but what happened? Pause. All right. So we went to. So what happened? Yeah. He doesn't even know why he beats pause at times. You know. He's just like. He's like Rainbow Batty Riders. I love them. He's like, I love Rainbow Batty Riders. Pause. But they're adorable.
You know what it is, right? It's because of the energy. It's all energy that works again. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pause. I'll pause. So I'm gonna pause.
It's okay.
Let's go.
So when did you penetrate? Sorry.
Come on. I'm gonna eat my cake. I'm gonna shut the fuck up and eat my cake.
Sorry. I apologize.
No, don't apologize.
No, and it's nothing wrong with, you know, everyone live their life. He's 20, 21. I hope you get that in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to live in the future and have a job. So what happened was a friend of mine invited me over there. Now, you don't understand. To me, it was massive. It was like, I just can't even tell you how epic it was to go to the Bronx in 98. And how amazing is this? That people want to go to beautiful places, so they want to go to like France or Italy, and I was in Thailand, and I was in all these. I want to go to the poor Bronx.
But I think it's down to the individual where it suits them in terms of holiday. You know, like I understand there's some people want to go where there's dangerous animals. You know,
true. Do you know what? That's an absolutely brilliant point. Really, really good point. You're absolutely right.
But it's
very true.
But
and we can't relate to that.
We can't relate to that.
Yeah,
but in essence of everything we're talking about today, now you ain't pausing me again.
Sorry.
In essence of you can pause me a bit. Everything we're saying today, it's like the Bronx is where hip hop was coming out of. There's loads of things coming out of that.
Your culture that you're influenced by.
Like, but what I'm saying, where you like to be.
Absolutely, yes, right. But I'm saying now, this individual here, and maybe some of us here in London, what we're exposed to, young black individuals, the hip hop culture at that particular time, break dance and all that other stuff. That's where it came from. So that's why it would be so exciting to go there.
It's perfect for us.
That's why.
No, of course, for everyone of our culture, it's perfect.
Yeah.
But I understand what he's saying. I thought of that myself one time. Like, you know, like, how comes I only like going to...
I want to be in the ghetto.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be... When I want to be in New York, I don't want to be in New York, in Manhattan and all that. I want to be in the hood. I want to be around Puerto Rican people. I want to be around, like, Haitians and play ball. I want to be hang out. I want to sit on a corner of the street.
Even when I go to them countries, I want to be in the hood.
Yeah. I don't want to be... If I go to New York, I don't want to be in Manhattan.
If I go to Africa or Jamaica...
Listen, I haven't been to New York for years, man, and I love the place. I'm scared to go back to it because I'm an enemy of gentrification, but that's another conversation. So I don't want to see communities that I ain't been to for a long period of time change, you know. And I'm sure Bronx has probably not changed as
life
much as
changed
whatever.
though, man.
The world changed, and it does change.
Life is changed.
But it must have been good though. Must have been live.
At that time, man, I mean, it was so beautiful. Was so it was the moment of like I was hanging out with a lot of different people.
How did it take to you for being English?
Well, when I first got there, you hear all the they like your accent stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that I don't think they illuminate it as much as they should do, because they absolutely love our accent massively in New York at that time. Things might have changed now. They're open to the world to a certain way, right? But also, if you went to things like, there's different places that love our accent even more. So if you went to Florida back then, they would go crazy because they've never even seen it. New York is open, so you might have Jamaicans in the Bronx. They might have cousins from Jamaica, and their cousins go over to the Bronx. So that's how a lot of people would link through Caribbean people going to the Bronx, because that would be the communities that they go.
It's
so we would have an auntie there or a cousin there or whatever.
Okay.
So and hence my friend who was over there. So, but when I first went there, I remember I wanted to see. It sounds weird, right? But I wanted to see a Puerto Rican. Yeah, because I was a breakdancer. So I remember we were driving through the thing, and we were driving, and I remember we were stopping, and I remember just turned into the Bronx, and I remember we stopped at a traffic light, and I looked. I was just like, oh my God, I'm here. This is like Disney World to me, right? Yeah. The poor ghetto is Disney World. Yeah. It means so much to me. I love the culture. I love hip hop. I love breakdancing. So I'm looking. I'm like, oh my God, I'm here. Yeah, it sounds crazy, doesn't it?
No, it's real.
But you're like, because you're a kid, and you're like, wow, I'm actually here. And then I look, and I saw a Puerto Rican dude, and he had these curly thingy hair, and these sort of curly hair, and he was chatting to some girl. He was arguing with his girl, and we were just looking. I was like, wow, there's a Puerto Rican, right? Because the only time we don't see no Puerto Ricans in North London. Yeah.
No, they cover Greek or Turkish.
Yeah. Greek and Turkish are our closest Puerto Ricans. They when you see Greek and Turkish, they're the closest to Puerto Ricans. I don't even think there's any Turkish people in New York. I think they're just. Wow. I think they are Turkish, but they're probably people just say they're Puerto Rican because they look so Puerto Rican.
They look. Yeah,
you're absolutely so right. So anyway, I just remember going there, and so what I did is when I got there, I just was loving being in the Bronx. I love the Bronx. I love Boston Avenue and oh my gosh, Gun Hill Road and Fulton Ave.
It's Flatbush the Bronx, so it's not.
No, Flatbush.
Is it Yonkers in the Bronx?
It's Brooklyn.
Yonkers?
No, Yonkers. No, Yonkers is not in Bronx.
Yonkers is bad boy. Bad boys come from Yonkers, isn't it?
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend was from Yonkers.
So she badass.
No, she was a lovely girl.
How long did you live out there?
This is I used to buy and sell clothes as well. So I used to bring clothes from the UK over from New York. So I used to fly to New York every few weeks and just go buy clothes, come back. I mean, that's why I'm linked to Aquarius, a hair salon.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Can you believe that when he's doing this, and I'm thinking, this guy's cool and I'm looking up to him, all this other stuff, and he's gone over to the box. I know him, he don't know me. He's linking up with my family.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
Can you imagine my cousin, my first cousin, you know?
Yeah.
We find out later. Go on.
Sorry.
My first cousin.
Hold that the cousin. Can I?
Yo, solution, brother.
Listen, guys, I'll buy you some gin if you're struggling on the gin.
We're struggling. I think we are struggling on the gin.
Are you? Listen, where did you get that gin? Is it round the corner?
Last bit.
Get it. I'll get you. Get me some gin. Get it. I'll get you some gin.
When did you develop this taste for gin, sir?
I love gin, man. Gin's the way forward. Listen, I've got you.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. You don't need to buy that one.
Have you got?
Unless you want some more.
No. When I come next time, remind me.
I don't need to.
I don't really know.
You're probably going to invite me next time after I do this class.
Don't
have him back
here. Next time.
We won't be having that guy around here.
No, come on, it's good, man.
Go on. So who's buying your clothes?
All right, so yeah.
Buying your clothes, come flying in and out, you're selling clothes from America.
No, let's stay in the Bronx screen. We'll go to clothes. So what happened was, when I was in the Bronx, I just remember just being, oh my gosh, but this being in the Bronx at that particular time was massive. This was the game changer of my life, because what happened is that I would be hanging out at block parties, Yeah, on block part. Okay.
Talk, bro. I'll talk, bro.
So what would happen? Yeah, somebody.
Bro,
says,
talk, bro.
I'll tell them. I'll hold the story.
Bro, talk. You don't hold nothing, bro. Talk, bro.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Bro, talk, bro.
All right, cool. So what would happen is that I'd be hanging out on block parties, and I started like learning how to hip hop dance.
Moving. We've got it.
We've got to move it now. Down.
Go.
Down. Go. So yeah, no. So what would happen is that I would be hanging out at block parties, and then hip hop dancing was coming around. Yeah. So I ended up learning how to do hip hop dancing. Yeah.
So wait a minute. Okay.
You don't even know. This is gonna kill you.
Wait. Just for the audience at home.
Yeah.
And me, because like I do know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the difference between breakdancing and hip hop dancing?
Well, hip hop street dancing. There's a difference between breakdancing, b-boying dancing times. So there's a difference of b-boying and hip hop times, where people are breakdancing, body popping, and hip hop street dance, which is the dances you see in all of your music videos that you see today. Is all come from the stages.
So hip hop is what we see in the music videos today.
Yeah.
And breakdance is the ozone, turbos, and like the windmills. And all that stuff.
I mean, they're combining all
styles.
Yeah.
The best way to say it is styles, because breakdancing is not hip hop dancing, but you can put a bit of breakdancing in hip hop dancing.
Okay. Breakdancing is b-boying.
Yeah.
Hip hop dancing is built when we started to moving towards using the word hip hop in a certain way, which was fun.
I'd even go as far to say like the late 80s, early 90s. Is it fair to say where the hip hop dancing?
Yeah, absolutely.
But to me, it's all the same thing.
88, where it started to form.
You know, like
88.
Yeah, because it was more.
Because it was like music videos,
mixed styles.
Yeah, and there was a video I was in. I think in 88, I was in New York. I remember viscerally when
you was in.
No, I was watching the video with
Humpty. Do the hump.
No,
do the Humpty hump.
You've gone too forward. That ain't even around.
Okay.
I was watching the video EPMD. You Gotta Chill, and Steezo, a dancer called Steezo, was doing. I don't know if you remember. You remember that dance where they do that?
The what? And then the what?
No, it's not the WAP. It's
What's that?
It's not the WAP. It's they do the they call it Steezo dance.
The mashed potato.
It's called something, right? But I can't remember the name. No, Steezo used to do it. Steezo did it in a video. If you watch it, You Got the Chill, he's wearing a yellow baggy outfit and he's doing a certain dance.
Did you do any videos while you was out there?
What's the what?
I was a hip hop dancer, so I became doing music video. I danced for Bobby Brown on Bobby Brown tour.
What?
Yeah, but we're gonna move into that because I haven't expressed that to you.
What's the what then?
Don't worry about the what.
The WAP is, come on, dude. All right, the WAP is, dude, I'm not gonna. I ain't coming to dance on your thing. The WAP is this.
Why? You're a dancer?
Yeah, I know, but no, I was a dancer.
Okay, so you can stop me from asking what the dances are. You can tell me what the dances are. Thank you very much.
I'm not defining you because you used to eat sugar sandwiches.
That's fine. But I
be like, you eat sugar sandwiches.
No, but I'm saying, I thought that was a what. So I just want to be able to differentiate what that is. That's all I want to know.
See, Gamsey likes sugar sandwiches.
That's it. But God,
could you make a sugar sandwich for me right now?
Man, hell no.
Oh gosh.
Now I want to eat the rest of my cake. Put myself on pause.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna hand over to you. See, look, you're not even here.
Look, these are talking about they like sugar sandwiches, so I'm starting to wonder if they're a bad thing or.
Holy macaroni!
Yeah, they've gone popular behind.
What's that?
When you was a kid, no sugar sandwich.
I gotta love her. I don't even know where this is exceptional. This is adorable. I'm telling you, you like sugar sandwiches.
I did as a kid.
I love it. Where are you from?
Turkey.
She has sugar sandwiches.
Yeah, in pita bread.
You had it in pita bread. Whoa, calm down.
That's
different.
Posh. No,
she went posh.
She
went parlay on us.
Different.
We went from some processed bread that could kill you on
Thursday.
Thursday.
White bread.
Yeah, she's like pita bread.
In pita bread, you know.
That sounds flash right there.
Oh, I'm gonna we're coming.
I apologize.
Get back on point.
Go ahead.
The dance that this guy originated.
Yeah, I saw Steezo. All right, music video. All right,
Steezo.
Listen, Steezo. 1988. Steezo comes out. EPMD come out with their video. You Got to Chill. I'm in the Bronx. There's parties, block party. People are dancing and thingy. Bobby Brown's coming out with Don't Be Cruel.
Nothing.
No, the WAP's dead. The WAP's just died. Like they're doing the WAP. The WAP.
So that's the WAP. Thank you. That's what I asked, mate. So that's the WAP.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it.
Excuse me. How different is?
I'm a grown man.
How different?
I'm a grown man. People take me serious.
No. How different is that to that?
Both of them, you're doing it wrong,
You didn't want to know what was a minute ago, mate.
I know what it is. He said this.
Yeah, come on. Everyone knows what the book is.
Yeah,
Come on.
I didn't, but go on.
Go on,
Thank you.
show on again.
Right. Okay. So anyway, what happened was, yeah. So what happened? We yeah. So that whole, I'm being influenced by that stuff in New York, in the Bronx. So I'm at parties, I'm meeting people, trying to, you know.
You're from London, you're cool.
I'm from London. I'm kind of cool in the little area. They're
still
poor,
tiny.
They're poor community. Puerto Ricans are 5'2". Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, right. They're basically Oompa Loompas at this time, but they're exceptionally. You know, I'm around Puerto Rican community, black community, and I love it. I just love it. It's poor community. It's uneducated community, but it's really weird because you want to be. Well, when I'm saying uneducated, I'm just saying is that in the terms of the modern terms of what you would say, people who are not getting good quality education. I mean, they are disenfranchised communities. I mean, that's where hip hop was created in poor communities. Hip hop, sponsored by Gin. Nobody knows about that.
That was the German hip hop.
That's the German hip hop.
Hip hop.
Okay, but yeah, so basically, I'm getting influenced by that. Then now, we've moved into another era now. Now we've moved away from the b-boy breakdancing. Now it's hip hop, it's EPMD, it's Big Daddy Kane, it's high tops.
Thank you, the Rough Kane.
So now I want to have a high top. So I'm in the Bronx. I come back to the UK.
I think I remember that.
With a high top.
I remember that haircut you had.
With thingy party, the whole community's like, what the hell is going on? Like Eugene's gone crazy because I've got like a high top. Now that sounds normal. Like everyone knows that. 1988, you come back to UK, and you got here growing up. Your hair is high like this, and you got apart lines in your head. Listen, man, that's front news page. That's like...
Because what was going on there? We was wearing drain pipes and stuff like that back then,
yeah, man's just literally just walking, yeah. But I come back from New York. Now, when I come back from New York, everyone's listening. All I hear is, acid.
Yeah.
Acid. Acid. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? They're telling me about acid. And I'm like, I've been away for a little while, and I'm like, acid?
Yeah.
What are you talking about,
I remember that.
Anyway, long story short, my friends go to me, listen, we're going to take you to an acid rave. You got to come, yeah? So they go, yeah, there's acid rave.
Rocket?
I can't remember. No.
Stevenage?
Heavens.
In West End?
Yeah, in the West End.
Channel Cross?
Is that an alternative people's rave?
It is an alternative people's rave.
What do you mean alternative people?
Alternative people, is it?
What do you mean? All right. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. What, they're not human? Did you bring them down in the NASA cockpit? Or what? Alternative people?
I'm trying to say in the best way, and you're telling me they're not human. I'm saying, is it the...
no, I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
It's the... rave.
All right, whatever.
It's a rave for the peoples.
All right, cool. So you're raving in acid, yeah?
I've been told to come to this place called Heavens. I've never heard of it before in my life. But obviously, Jay seems like he's very informative about all the days, the nights, the flyers. Yeah. Were you giving out flyers outside, Jay? Jay knew about this rave. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Okay. What Jay's saying is that was it an alternative gay night?
So what you saying? No, I know about Heaven being a gay club now.
How do you know that, Jay?
Was it being a gay club?
How do you know that?
How would I not know that?
No, but is it been a gay club always?
I didn't know that when I went there.
From when I've heard about it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is it always
I just
want to say
it's not a.
And even the title is like.
No, but has it always been a gay club?
Why does Heaven sound gay?
But it doesn't matter. And I don't think it fucking matters, really, personally.
But do you know what? There was something you said earlier that's killing me because it was such a joke that it's killing me, and I'm like, what is it you said? That is it, and I'm gonna. There's something in that. Sorry to digress from what we're talking about. You know when you said. I said we want to go to the Bronx, to the ghetto where it's dangerous. Where we thingy, and then you goes, but there's man that go in lions and want to be around lions and tigers and be with wildlife and that will kill you.
I heard that.
But those same people that would be in those places where there's lines
Don't
of
wanna go
tires
to the
wouldn't
Bronx.
go to the Bronx.
And I've always wondered about that.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
I like that.
Those same people would
like
endanger
that.
their lives
Yes.
with wild animals,
They're rather-
but they
rather
wouldn't go to the Bronx with ordinary people.
I like that.
That's what I like.
I like that.
When
I
you
like
said
that.
that, I said, what
No,
did he
that-
say? And it's burning me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that's a bar.
Listen, you'll
There's
be
a
in
bar.
a room, yeah, full of man. That all the tough guys in the room.
Yeah.
A spider fucking comes in.
Yeah.
A spider, bro. No, it's just a spider.
Bro,
All the
he's
tough-
giving me, you know,
the
he's
guy
giving me
that's
material,
usually-
isn't it?
yeah, the guy that's usually getting
He's giving me
sent
material with that
getting
that
mugged
bar. That's a bar.
is the guy that's
Material
going
for
to
what?
take care of the spider.
To do right to
If you
stand
understand
up.
what I'm saying, it's just everyone's a pussy somewhere. That's how you gotta put it. That's how. I
But
put it.
that's a bar. That's a bar. What he said. But you're right.
Yeah.
But you see what you're saying. It's true. Man's running from people are all like you be in.
It's crazy, isn't it?
you be in some. Everyone's all hardcore, but then a little spider will come. Everyone start running.
Everyone.
But then you've got man, as you're saying, would do documentaries and thingy, but they're scared to do documentaries in the
With the
Bronx.
man them.
So they'll be with wild animals, but they don't want to be with poor people. in
But
the
can I want to get back.
human beings.
human beings.
I want to get back. Can we get back?
That's a really interesting point.
crazy.
Can we get back?
Yeah, let's get back.
I wanna
to it,
get
sorry.
back.
It's like
I digress.
Foster.
Go and get one of them and let it loose.
Listen,
in this
thanks for
room.
that, my man. That's
Cool.
interesting.
But let's get back.
Yeah.
Right?
So what happened?
Now
with
you
that
really
man?
are done.
So
It's
now
Live
yeah,
talks.
so
It's
I
live
come-
talks with
Said-
Fawole.
All right.
Thank you.
Is this dysfunctional? This one?
No,
this is amazing.
There's no
This is
such-
how we
there's
do
no
it.
such thing as dysfunctional.
All right.
This is how
But
we do
listen,
it.
but I still want to get to. I want to get to.
But some of your gay
Pause.
stuff.
Pause.
Could we please make sure?
There's
I
nothing
don't
wrong
come
with being
across
gay
homophobic.
or heaven or whatever.
I love
Don't worry
gay
about that
people.
stuff.
I didn't say nothing to do with gay
are
people,
great.
man.
Live your life.
That's
Live
what
your
I said.
dream.
Alternative.
Be
lot
who you
said
want to
gay,
be.
man.
Be who you want to be. Marry a squirrel. Just live your life. It's all good. But go ahead.
So you're in the Bronx,
Yeah, I'm in the Bronx.
where people that want to be with wild animals
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to go,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And you're seeing Puerto Rican people for the first time. You're enjoying yourself. It's like what is it, Disneyland?
It's Disneyland. Yeah, a Spanish
Okay,
person is.
forget this now because I like this, but I want you to talk about the things what I want you to talk about now.
Oh, well,
Right?
it would appear.
Which is,
It would appear
which
that
is
you
no,
did.
which is like
Yeah.
not just solely, but you told me stories that you told me that made me.
I thought it
celebrate.
was my interview, or I didn't realize it was yours. Okay, then. I'm James. All right.
Can you see the name there?
All right. Power
Can you see the
move.
name there? All right, sweet.
Power
listen,
move.
No, listen. You can do your one afterwards, but I want to know. I want you to tell the story about when you, because this is what when you came around the corner
Respect, bro.
and you saw. God bless you, man.
Yeah, cool, man.
So I love you. You know that.
I love you too, bro,
Cool.
man.
It's real like that.
Just cool, man.
Cool.
Cool.
No more gym for you, right?
No, let's go. I'm sponsored by water. This is water. I don't know what you're drinking.
No,
but it's okay.
listen. The story about you coming around the corner and seeing the two drug dealers. That blew my mind when you said that.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the reasons. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get gems. I'm not trying to take away from nothing else.
Drug dealers over Bobby Brown.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
we'll get to Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
But
But
drug
come
dealers had
on,
Bobby
man.
Brown.
You weren't talking about Bobby Brown just now. You're talking shit about fucking heaven and stuff. I want to talk about the New York. You talk about
all right.
alternative people.
All right. No, you're
and-
absolutely right. Let's
No, what
let's
happened when you
I'm
went?
Bobby
No, you have to clear up
I'm
what
Bobby
happened
all
when
right.
you went to
No.
heaven.
He's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
And Bobby Brown. I want to hear about Bobby Brown.
We'll get to all
I
that.
want to hear
Let
about
me. I'm digressing.
What was the light skinned brother doing in heaven?
We
How many drinks have you had?
I ain't been drinking.
Okay.
I-
Well, you woke
Well-
up though. You know you was quiet. Will you play some jazz music, please? You know what I'm saying?
man created the ambience.
We got a comedian in the building. We gotta have some
we got-
love.
No, we got two comedians in this
right.
motherfucker right now. Shit, and I ain't one of them.
All right. What was the last skin nigga doing?
No, you motherfuckers.
Nigga, what was the last skin nigga doing in heavens?
In '88.
In 88.
That's when they bought the cocaine, man. They bought the cocaine in '88. You know what I'm saying?
So that was
doing
the
in
shit.
heavens in
Hold on.
98.
Hold on. That was the shit right there,
Yo, my
yo.
man, what we doing in 1988?
What you doing out here in heaven, huh?
Who's in 1988 in heavens? Relax, don't do it. Just came out 2 years before that.
Wow. Wow.
But here
That's
was
a big song.
there was too many numbers on there. It's like I knew the date.
Yeah, I mean,
That was a big song. That was.
Anyway, I digress. This is all jokes, but cool if you want to live your life. So what I'm saying, is that so basically I come back to London. I've got a high top. I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo. I got a high top. My hair's high. My friends are not used to it. They're laughing. Acid music is really big. All of a sudden, I start seeing like working class white people and Caribbean people being around each other in acid music. And I would have, people told me it was like maybe possibly sometimes the drugs and the music and the scene, but I'd never seen those two worlds pulled together.
Right, yeah.
In that, I've never saw working class white people and West Indian dread rosters being around each other.
But it wasn't just, you do know that like there was exchanges going on and stuff like that, right?
I would have, yeah,
It was
possibly
about-
so,
it was
yeah.
a lot
But
about
I was
money.
away, so I didn't know. I just came in at that time, and so when I looked at that, I was like, raw. What am I seeing? I'm seeing like this guy, bad boy from this area, hanging out with this Cockney dude that I know from this area.
Yeah.
How the hell did them two even? Why are they friends?
Yeah.
And Acid House did that, you
Yeah.
know, in that sort of got it brought.
It's funny because Molly did that recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you say? Molly did?
I would say
is
that. I would say
MDMA.
no. I would
Was that
say
the drug?
I would say that.
No,
No,
I'm saying in the last 10 years.
bro, it happened from then, and it's just been the.
No, that's what I mean.
the
So that
progression.
happened
That was the
then.
beginning.
That was the one of
and-
them.
and that's what it is now.
Yeah.
Had a resurgence.
It's
Oh,
had a
really?
resurgence. Yeah.
No, it hasn't gone anywhere, buddy. It
Well,
ain't gone
Molly.
up, it's gone anywhere.
Isn't that Molly?
No,
It's
I mean-
Molly. Molly, did you say?
MDMA.
No, I mean the
Like,
mixture.
it's ecstasy, the new version of ecstasy. So you know that you had acid, yeah, and then you had ecstasy. You had E's. E's are good. After acid,
Yeah, but
I was telling you
but
E's are
what
good.
we're saying
Yeah.
though,
And then
is
you
that,
had MDMA, and that's like so you
yeah,
had
but it hasn't
ecstasy.
changed.
No, it's just renamed.
No, but okay. You're just saying that's the same thing but renamed.
Yeah,
I thought you were
rebranded.
saying that that's brought people back together again.
No, like you
You're saying
see,
that-
like
yeah, that's the same thing.
you know, like it happens within generations. So you know, like the same people that are smoking weed having beef, yeah. Within like once they get into the house scene and the Molly scene, you'll see them same people that are good brethren and rave giving each other kisses and that.
Okay.
I'm out the scene. I'm
Yeah, so I'm
responsible
just saying-
father,
so
just trying to help the
yeah.
community.
Okay. I
Bring
think I understand what you're saying.
I'm
but
just trying to go off. You know, like what you're
No,
saying.
but
is
wait,
like
but
I know what
what
you're saying.
I saw that
I understand
happen.
what you're saying, but what I'm saying is like
Saw that happen again.
because from prior to what he was saying,
yeah,
it was it's really going for fuck's sake. But prior to what he was saying,
Yeah.
it was like the blacks that mixed with the whites on that level. But once they did that on
Yeah.
that level,
Yeah.
they never unmixed. So there was
But that's what I'm saying.
the
Even
sweet
though-
mates. What they've mixed now since then, they've been mixing. But before he went and come back,
Yeah.
it was a real disparity. Before acid,
Yeah.
there wasn't the thing that went together.
But then
once
everyone
the
went
acid
back in their
together,
circles
it was
again.
Acid, then it was house music.
no, you're right. You're
then
right.
Then it
But
was.
I'm saying everyone goes back in their circles, but each generation starts with being in a circle of their own. Yeah. Then they do what they're doing, make a little change or whatever they're doing, end up into house rave, and then they start taking drugs, which link them up with man from a different area and different places, and then start making new
No, I
circles.
disagree because what he was saying was like, and only because of the eras and stuff. I understand what you're saying because of the eras. Back and before, when he went to New York or wherever we went to,
Yeah.
there was no mixing. It's like the sweet mates with the sweet mates and blacks with the blacks. Like he's talking like rusters and like mods.
It might be.
So
It might
after
be.
that-
It might be a different scale. All I was saying is that it might be a different scale
Yeah.
because it's a different time, innit? And things
But-
have happened over the time. But
More extreme.
it would, yeah. But I saw that happen in the same way he explained it. I saw something similar happen. So it's not to say I'm not saying it's the same thing, but I saw something similar happen when the Molly became popular within a circle of people that would have never taken those kind of substances in the like. But there's people that started taking Molly and started sniffing coke through
Okay.
through a certain genre of music.
Okay.
And through the girls that come with that genre of music, and
Okay.
because of that, they started they were mixed with different people. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
as a result of the thing.
I understand that when the where he saw it was that people actually mixing for the first time. No, that's facts.
And they haven't unmixed. I'm saying.
Do you know what? It's not that they unmixed, but you still have the segregations within the communities. So depending on where you're from, how much till this day, how much you mix with different cultures is very dependent on where you're from. So when you come from Islington,
But
yeah,
that's different.
we're so used to mixing in Islington because it's a natural thing in Islington,
Yeah.
but that's not natural everywhere, fam. And but only till I went other places and I realized like, not everywhere are everyone mixing like how we mix in Islington.
But I'm saying the drugs.
Oh,
is
yeah.
what made the mixes then and
Well-
what makes certain
well-
mixes. Because if I go to certain places, like back in the day, all through the ages,
Yeah.
like if I went in there, automatically they would assume that I'm there and I've got drugs for them. This
But-
is what I'm- this is
but-
what
No,
I'm
that's
saying.
still the
That's what I'm
same.
saying.
That's still the same. It ain't
But no,
changed.
before he went away and came back, it would be like
Yeah.
it would be a predominant black crowd.
No,
predominant
that's
white
what I say.
crowd.
I'm saying that, but it's sad to say in a funny way, but it's still the same to a certain degree.
I
I
think
don't get out much, so
I fully fully what you're saying is there's a lot of credence in what you're saying because what we're leaving out when we're talking about the mixes, we're missing out is class. So people were mixing, but it was a lot of working class white people were mixing with this is just factual stuff. So it's like white people were mixing with like working class Cockneys would be mixing with Caribbean people.
This what I mean.
Yeah, as in they would be round. Like that's the first time I ever see it more. I mean, they were in our community subtly, but within music and stuff.
And I was saying when it started, that was it. Yeah.
When it happened with house,
I wouldn't debate
garage
you
music.
Was the beginning, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not far from this. It's
No, you're certainly not far from
I'm
it.
saying like the garage.
You're
You see, even when you talk about like, I remember Soul to Soul. I remember, I don't know about it. So my time was like,
well, if I may, I give it. Sorry to intervene. I don't want to be rude, but there was a. Funny enough, a friend of ours. I live around the corner from this amazing studio, and just around the corner, I lived, and across the road from me was Jazzy B's cousin. She lived across the road from me. So Soul to Soul is all North London.
It's all North London.
It's all North London. All around here.
Yeah. Proud. You got the studios down the road, don't you?
Yeah, studio around Camden sides and everything. Yeah. But sorry, I intervened. I apologise.
No.
This is a
Like
conversation.
I say, like it's just like it's funny. Only you got to remember, I never knew that. How he explained it, how that happened. I remember watching it on my own level, and you got to remember. So to a certain, what's you know what I'm saying? We had Melissa Bell. She's local from. You know what I'm saying? She passed away. Rest in peace. She was one of the singers from Soul to Soul. She's right there. You got. You know what I'm saying?
Melissa Bell.
Yeah. And you know what I'm saying?
I know Melissa Bell.
Yeah, she's
like personally.
Yeah, she's Alexandra Burke's mum, and
did she
all of them.
Did she sing one of the tracks?
Yeah.
Solo, the first tracks of what they started.
The Soul to Soul.
No,
stuff.
don't tell me she passed.
Yeah, she did.
I didn't even know she was Ross mum.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Alexandra
She's the
Burke's
go
mum.
Aquarius, bro. She's the go Aquarius Fizzy Pop.
So like you got all of those people was local, innit? You know what I'm saying? You got Jazzy B's local. Yeah. You got all of the.
He's got Holloway Boys.
Monton Primary School. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all these things was local and it was worldwide at the same time. So you got to remember the Soul to Soul movement was the first black. Can I say first black soul movement from the UK to be so impactful worldwide as it was?
Not really.
So who do you think? No, for me, in my time. So that's what you told me different.
Yeah, no, you're right. So for me, for you, because you had that wide and broad horizon.
Who though? Who was more impactful than Soul to Soul?
Do you know what? I think you might be correct.
Yeah.
To a certain degree.
Internationally.
Yeah, internationally.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely, and I think you're correct by articulating that because previously, before, like you had loose ends.
Yes,
you had loose ends that had certain loose ends. You had Junior, what's the track? Lovely Brother as well. I met him a few times back in the days. No, Omar. Never had the pill. You know what? I stand corrected. I actually stand corrected. I think you're right.
Yeah,
so you're right, Jay.
I think their sound impacted.
I think their sound.
Where hip hop went.
I don't think we had a London thing that really penetrated the world
more than Soul to Soul.
Before Soul to Soul, yeah. I mean, as saying that, man. Listen, man. There's a lot of white groups that created we're talking
black.
And absolutely.
We're talking black, and that Soul to Soul. Something we could identify with back in the day.
But you know, Soul to Soul's sound, impacted the direction of hip hop worldwide. Even in America. The vibes that they had, the mixture of reggae with the hip hop, and that was the mixture of the London culture.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
And then you got Slick Rick that went over there.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? And when Slick Rick's going, obviously, because you're a man that's going over there.
Slick Rick was massive.
And Slick Rick was massive, and he's London influence also. And he brought the jewelry side of it, which they don't. We act like we got that back.
Well, that's more like West Indian, Caribbean. I mean, Slick Rick rocked the ballets.
You're right. It comes from the Jamaican side, but I'm saying he brought that to hip hop. In terms of like the exaggerated jewelry, he's still known for that till this day.
I think because he was the most extravagant one.
Yeah, I'm not saying someone did it, but someone might have done it before. But he was the one that's even till this day.
I mean, when we think of extravagant jewelry in hip hop, I mean, Slick Rick is probably one or two. So you're absolutely right.
And then even I've seen young rappers get Slick Rick in their video when they
yeah,
get
yeah,
big
yeah.
jewelry and stuff.
You're
like,
right.
You know
You're
what I'm
right.
saying?
I think anyone who really like penetrated that element of big jewelry is Slick Rick.
Slick Rick.
I mean, if you're gonna have hip hop, if you're gonna have a hip hop conversation about jewelry, big jewelry, if you ain't got Slick Rick doesn't in the conversation, it's not a conversation.
It's not a conversation. And Jay-Z was here from 88 to 92 or something like that. So, and you must know about that.
Yeah.
What happened with you and Bobby Brown? Like, because you want to know about how did you get?
Yeah, we went all over the place. We went straight to Bobby Brown.
Come on, man. I want to know about your. I understand. I appreciate all the history and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
About your experience, because you did say
Okay. So all right. Let's get to the story.
And you were dancing as a hip hop
dancer.
dancer.
Let me get a story. So I
wanna
come
know about
here.
the guys you
So
saw the
like,
rope chains,
all right.
all
Right. So now I'm in New York. It's 1987, 88. I am listening to Big Daddy Kane's just coming out with Ain't No Half Stepping. All right, he's like, this is like, you're not talking like, we've never ever seen Big Daddy Kane. We don't even know who.
I've never saw him.
We were. He doesn't. Ain't No Half Stepping doesn't exist. Then you hear you watch the music video. Down, down, down. Down, you know what the tune? Down, down, down. Ain't no half stepping.
You're not better than music than me. I remember the rough of King.
When you hear the rough, you're a raw. Let it go, get cool. I just can't go back and forth because I'm a man.
And you know, White Boy showed me that video, that record. But go on.
So anyway, so Big Daddy Kane comes out. The video comes out. I'm seeing all the music videos, all the culture, all those elements. I'm in the Bronx. I mean, where it's all happening. I'm dancing. I'm going to parties, block parties. I'm just hanging out with people. I'm hanging out with dancers who are trying to become hip hop dancers before it's even come out. So so all the music videos you see hip hop dancers. I'm at the beginning of that in the Bronx. So I come to the UK, back to the UK. Now I've got a high top. I'm a freak. Everyone's looking at me like, what the hell?
What was your main spots when you was in the Bronx to dance there, or where you went to see dance?
We
saw Covent Garden.
Well, most of the places I was at was in block parties, like in the Bronx, right? And then music videos, right? So I couldn't. So I'm like 16, 17. I can't really be going out. And you know when
America's different.
America's different. When you're in the Bronx and you're hanging out with Caribbean families, there's always a Christian element.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's always like a little Christian of like, you can't disrespect the family and you can't go out. Yeah. So I can't go to like Latin quarters and be hanging out and then coming back with some Puerto Rican. You know.
So there was that segregation there at that time as well.
It's not segregation. I'm just saying you can't. You know, you got to respect wherever you're living at that time. You got to respect the household you're in. So I couldn't go wild. So I'm just taking in the information of what I'm dealing with. I come back to the UK, people looking at me, I got a high top, like, what's going on? Now I go to a club called Heavens, which we'll elaborate with through garage hip hop, right? So a friend goes to me, yeah, we're gonna take you to a acid rave. I go to this rave and I'm seeing people I ain't seen before, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, look, this is the 80s. All right, like we weren't that advanced when it came to gay clubs or gay communities. Like we weren't really. We come from Caribbean working class, so we're like, wow. I'm like, I don't know what this is about. But they played at that, so they would have certain nights at that party. Yeah, so I went. So they had hip hop and acid, and they would play hip hop. And then what happened is I end up. When they played the hip hop, I started going into circles and dancing from what I know from when I was in the Bronx. And then people was just like, what the hell? And then people were like,
loved it.
What they loved it. And they were like, I want you to be a part of, like, there's a crew. And I joined my certain crew, the people that I knew from back
penetrating
in the day.
crew.
Well, certain people that I knew from back in the days, from Covent Garden days, they were hip hop dancing. They knew about the culture.
Yeah.
So when I joined them, and then that was it, man. And we would battle in clubs, hip hop clubs. There's no hip hop. See all the hip hop dancing you see in the music videos. We are at the foundation of that.
Yeah,
like the fights.
The battles,
routines, and the
battles. No. But when I say fight, the battles, like what? I'm gonna dance. You ain't got the Ross Clark. You ain't know that, but the fight. That's what I mean. Because they used to fight with dance.
That main strip at them times, you had Astoria as well. I don't know if you know what I mean. Astoria.
But I know all the concept there, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hippodrome.
You're my man. You're going on like your Toys R Us, like you're young. Yeah, but you're bringing out some words like Astoria and
That's
them
what I said,
pieces.
that's what I just
How do you
said.
know about these things, my man?
Because I'm not age, but
I don't like the way you just drop in these names.
I'm in the 80s.
What was that club? Okay,
It's
so
80s,
what's that
baby.
club?
Going on like and start
No,
bringing
come on.
authentic stuff.
What's that club? What's that club? There was Astoria Hippodrome,
Yes.
and there used to be a club, I think where that place where the bar Gay is or Gay Bar something like this in like near Tottenham Court Road.
No, I don't.
You don't know? Ah, fair enough. But it was
Where in Tottenham Court?
it's past the station. If you come out the station and go right, and you're going down towards where Astoria is and Hippodrome and all
Oh,
that.
well, all that area, yeah.
Yeah, there was a club on the corner, but they had a bar GAY there now. But
Yeah,
there's no
yeah,
club
GAY,
there.
yeah.
I'm saying there was a club there.
It's like in the
What was that
corner,
club?
innit?
That's
It's an
Astoria.
alley.
What was it? Is that Astoria?
Astoria, bro.
Okay, that's what I was just wanting to know.
Astoria.
I saw
that place
House
was
of Pain there.
amazing.
Yeah, I see House of Pain there. You know
Is
House
that
of
still
Pain?
there?
Because
Is that
that's-
still
I don't
there?
think so.
I don't know if Heaven
Jump
was the same
around.
as Astoria, but Astoria wasn't always
No,
gay.
I saw it. No, how I
clubs.
don't.
Well,
That's why I
no,
So
said-
like,
no.
it's a gay club, but it had So Solid nights.
But
Or they had
that's why I
they
said
had
Yeah,
concerts in
but
there.
that's
They had-
like
they had-
like
well, same
Heaven.
with
Heaven had the same thing.
Yeah,
R&B
yeah,
nights,
yeah,
That's what I was
yeah,
asking
yeah,
before.
hip hop
yeah,
nights.
When you go
Yeah.
to alternative, that's why I was confused because I thought even though
But
they do have
officially-
gay nights, they have
Yeah.
different
It's like
things.
Fire in Vauxhall. They have other shibs in there.
Listen.
More time.
Let's understand the terrain. Let's pretend you own a bar
Yes.
and you own a club.
Yep.
All right. What do people like? What are the subcultures that people tap into? So you're gonna have different nights and different stuff. So they listen to R&B. What do young people listen to? They listen to R&B. They listen to ragga. They listen to all that. So
Yeah.
you create nights for each one of those events. What if
Of
there's a
course.
gay community? That we're gonna do a gay night.
You know, let me go
We're
one
gonna
better
do
than
this.
that. As a
I'm-
promoter,
you're gonna
you gotta
have
know every day of the week, yeah?
absolutely.
Who can rave Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Absolutely.
Thursday?
Huh?
Absolutely.
Who can rave on
Who
Monday,
can do
Tuesday?
that?
Yeah.
Young people.
No, yeah, but
Are
even
you
when
nuts? We used to rave from Monday to Sunday when we was
but
young. I
even
can
as you get
name the
older-
raves we used to go to.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying even as you're older.
No,
and it
you,
never
young
changed.
people, no, but you go if you want. There's ravers, isn't it?
I
Yeah,
hear
like-
it, but I'm just
So-
saying as a businessman, and this is I'm not discriminating.
Oh, so you're saying
I'm talking
there has
about
to be-
someone that thinks on a business level. If
On a
I'm-
business
if,
level.
if I'm opening a club, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, yeah, who's going to be raving on these nights?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I don't know where you're going with
People
that.
that don't have kids.
Oh, so you're saying only gay people can go raving because they don't have kids, or
I didn't say that. I said people that don't have kids will go to the gay.
yeah,
rave.
young people. Like, what I'm saying to you, when
No,
we was
no,
young,
like,
no,
if
but
there's
bruv,
a
it didn't
rave-
matter. When we was young, we used to rave from Monday to
Hey,
Sunday.
listen. If
Monday
you-
to Sunday. We used to
Yeah.
rave Monday to
I
Sunday.
know
I'm
that.
saying,
If I
we
may
used to rave-
digress, I
young
mean,
people.
listen.
If
If
I'm
you can
putting it
do,
into
if you can do an
marketing-
old school night, you do an old school night with people with kids. Yeah. So if you do an old school night with people, you're gonna get that market. If you're gonna do a gay night, you're gonna do the gay night. You're gonna do the R&B night. You're gonna do the
That's right.
the hip hop, the
Yeah.
yardie night, the
Yeah,
whatever.
but you gotta
You're
have
you're
those
into
nights.
you're thinking about capitalism and economics.
Exactly.
So you're not
You can
not
do a
you're
yardie
not-
night on a
Ask
Wednesday.
questions that are
you
up.
can do it with it.
You can do yardie night on a Wednesday. That's what I'm saying. There's little things that you know as a
Yeah.
marketer, yeah? You can't do it at normal rave on a Wednesday.
Of course you can.
All right, cool.
Bruv,
I'm not
Hanover
saying that
Grand
you
used to be on
can't.
a Wednesday.
That's what I said, the yardies,
Grand,
bro.
my
No, it
God.
wasn't yardies, bruv. That's what I'm trying to say.
Like,
Yeah, I
Hanover
appreciate what
Grand
you're
was
saying. I
nuts.
appreciate what you're saying, yeah?
Yeah.
And there is a market
my
for,
God,
okay,
Hanover.
yeah.
I know about Hanover
No,
Grand.
wait, let me
I know that
land.
yardies,
Let
I'm
me
just
land,
saying.
bruv. You said you're saying it. Let me land, innit?
Yeah.
Let me land the
There's a
plane. Let me
market
land the
for
plane.
diversity in one particular spot. But when you make the comment like, who's going to rave from Monday to Friday, there's all different people
Monday
who go
to
rave.
Thursday.
Monday to Thursday. But people rave from Monday to Sunday. All different people kind of rave, with kids or without kids. Some people leave their fucking kids at home and go raving. So I'm just saying, it's
you're
not only
wrong.
the one
I'm
genre.
saying no, but we're not talking about some people. You see what I'm talking about? We see when you do marketing strategies and you're working with promoters in that, yeah?
You're
But, yeah,
forgetting
so,
about
but Jay, look, sorry, you're
that's
talking
what I
about
do.
now. I'm talking about just generally, like there is definitely there's spots that is for this and spots that are for that. But across a week, there's spots for
If
everyone.
you're a
There's
top
yardies
promoter,
that
you
wait-
can do any night. You see, if you're just any promoter, you can't do any night, bro.
Alright.
I'll say that from now, cause,
But that's
just
the
for the young
point.
people trying to do their promotions
I
out there.
don't, but I don't understand the thing.
Just trying to
like,
enjoy the next generation.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
yeah, we used to go.
generation.
We used to go 10 rooms on a Monday.
But them places ain't there no
China
more. That
Wax
was
for Tuesday.
You're showing your
time.
age again, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Them
but
things-
then you got to be specific and say now, not like who. Like I'm talking from my perspective. We're talking about the 80s. So I'm just saying.
What did you got every day though?
Huh?
Did you go every day?
Did I go every day?
Yeah.
When I was younger, yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you. You that's what I'm saying. I'm not.
I'm
not
generalising.
generalizing. Jay, let me finish, please.
I'm
I'm
generalizing though. You're
But
saying
now
about
you're
in particular.
generalising.
No, I've always been generalizing.
all right, cool, whatever, bud.
I'm just saying, in terms of generalizing.
But
That's what I said.
that's not. But you can't say
You're,
something and say.
bruv, you're a party animal. I can't. No, you can't compare everyone to you, bruv.
All right.
Ayo can handle that kind
We're
of party.
just we're
It's
just
not that,
civilians.
No, look, you asked a
Yeah,
question,
we're
and I
just-
tried to
just
answer
a
the
normal
question you
guy.
asked.
We're civilians. We can't keep up
Cool.
with you Ayo.
I was
But no,
saying
to be
I was just
fair,
saying for your question what you asked.
You-
Like,
well,
to
you
be fair-
can race 7 days.
well, to be-
Anyone, don't have to be gay or take drugs to race 7 days a week. That's all I'm saying.
You definitely have to take drugs to rave 7 days a week.
No, you don't.
7 days a week, bro.
You don't.
That's a
You
commitment.
don't fucking have to do that.
You definitely have
there's
to
a
take
commitment.
drugs.
Really?
I would say at least
Really?
there's a
Well,
serious commitment.
well,
7 days
whatever.
a week. Rave.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're taking drugs, cuz.
All right, you're taking drugs for
That's
this.
your
Dude, I've been on.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
You're
Excuse me,
entitled
sir.
to your opinion.
Can I
and
say?
so are you.
Well, I don't think you've allowed me.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
I
but
don't think you've allowed me to develop my opinion. To be fair, but what I'm saying is
Go
this,
on.
is that if you're raised 7 days a week, I've been to Spain, right, when we were trying to party 7 days a week.
Spain.
2 days we were mash up and lying down,
Serious?
looking at the sun. Yeah,
How old
there
are you?
was no. I'm at 22. Yeah, 23.
Yeah, look, I'm just saying, like, I can only speak from my specific like experience.
You're a wild man. What can we do? We're
I
trying to keep up.
I
with you.
wasn't going out on my own.
All right. Okay.
So that's all I'm saying. You can go out 7 days a week, but all right. Generally, I'll take it. Generally, you can't. Cool.
Yeah, no,
Let's
generally.
move on.
I know responsible people don't go
You
out.
need ratings for
No,
going out 7 days a
listen,
week.
we was wild and young. Not about responsibility. We was out 7 days a week.
And you
I
weren't
can-
taking
I can
nothing?
name the range.
Sober?
I wasn't taking nothing, cuz.
Sober?
Meant alcohol only.
That's
That's what? You don't say drugs. That's alcohol only.
alcohol's drugs, bro.
The fuck out of here, you lot, man. Let's
But-
talk about something else, man. Because you lot are doing one up with this one here.
PC crowd. Right.
You was going on like you was
That's
drinking
alcohol,
water
drugs.
for 7 days.
Huh?
You was going like you was drinking water for 7 days raving.
No, you know,
No,
you know
come
what?
on, no one
to be,
raised
no,
seven-
no. Do you want
What are you talking
to
about?
bring
You're a
some?
wanker, you know that. I love you, but
Can
you're
I
a
just say
wanker.
something to bring some
Go
validity
on.
to what you're saying? You're absolutely right. We
I
try
know
to.
what I'm talking about.
No.
I'm
Do you know
just-
what?
I'm
I
just
don't want to
saying
take a
there's
level
two
of reality.
alternatives.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're young, you just want to party every
You
day.
just, but we party.
So,
7
yeah,
days,
yeah.
and I
Monday,
think someone
Tuesday,
person-
Wednesday,
But I
Thursday,
can name
Friday.
The range for you.
Go on then.
And so will Axel and Swift.
I don't need you to name the raves. I know you like could go to. I'm saying, but
No, we used to do it.
for how many weeks, bro?
But as long as we had money to go out.
7 days.
7 days a week, bruv. Don't let me. I phone Axel and I will tell you the range as well, cousin.
You know
My
what?
only thing is,
Do you know what?
I'm
Do you know what,
maybe
Jay?
not,
Jay, I
but we
think-
did. That's what I'm saying.
Jay, I
We
think-
That's what I
did.
mean.
Jay,
I don't maybe not, but we
Jay,
definitely
we don't.
did. We did.
We need some dates to your age, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do believe.
But we did.
I think. What year was you born?
85.
Oh, your toys.
See,
were
10 years
us.
younger than
My
me.
man's toys were
Yeah.
us. My man's toys were. Did you get a toy? You know when you was born, did they give you?
I'm old man.
Did they give you a Kinder
You're not an old
surprise?
man.
When you was born, they give you a
not
Kinder
an old
I was
surprise
always
when you left
tall.
hospital.
I was tall from when I was 10. So I was out
You was
from when
10.
I was 11.
1985, bro. 1985. Beat Street is out, bro.
The Beat Street was a great
I
fucking
didn't
movie.
even come back from America yet.
Body
you know what I
You
mean?
know about Beat Street?
Yeah?
You know about Beat Street?
My man, I was
Beat Street.
backspinning
The movie Beat Street.
When I was doing backspin the headspin,
No.
my man was just
Yeah,
like,
Beat, that's when Beat Street came out. When the
Man
guy
was
got killed in the
eating
train track. That was a
cereal.
good graffiti movie, innit?
What's
Even
that?
cereal,
Beat
bro,
Street.
baby food.
That's another one. That's
There's
the,
a big.
that's,
I've got
the,
it at
that's
home.
what I'm
I'll
saying.
borrow it to you. I've got it.
that's
at
the
home.
next one of culture.
It's a
But
big
this is
film, man.
no, but this is
Big
what I'm
film.
saying. Of the what I was sorry. I'm trying to express. There's a lot of culture that a lot of people when it comes to culture. As I said, I give the example of like hors d'oeuvres. Where you just go, oh, I chose this, I choose that. The younger generation has no respect for the old. They don't care where this music came from. They don't care. They're dancing. I love this. Is the greatest thing in my life. They don't even like. I'm not gonna do no research
I think some of us see when you
and
when
and
you
find
saw,
out where it came from.
when
Wow,
you
I
come
was
from
happy
when you
about
come from the transition, like you see like the 80s babies, yeah. We watch that. We come from the analog,
Yeah.
and we watch the digital. So we still have respect for that side. But after us, the reason why they have respect for the music and the stuff, but they didn't get to follow, if you understand what I'm saying. They just more gravitate to whatever it may be. Like if they like an old sound, they'll gravitate to that. You know what I mean? Because even when you look at some of the new young artists that's come out, singers, some of the best artists that I've seen in the last 10 to 20 years, you know what I'm saying? In terms of like, they're really, really soulful. They've gone like really soulful, like almost like the 70s. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it comes back in its own way, in different ways of appreciation. Sometimes some people that are even way younger than me know that their music knowledge of of how things went and everything. You'll be surprised.
You know, Jay, you're probably right. It's right. I don't want to be, married to my beliefs on the way I look at how young people do, because I don't really talk to a lot of young people
But
in a massive way. So you're
know,
probably right,
yeah.
and if you got access to that, then I respect it.
Yeah, and
The
when I
difference
was
is-
surprised when they showed me. That's all I can say. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're true. But I for me, from my stance is that nobody knows anything about the history of
But we're
hip hop
in
that
a
they
time
love.
of-
and
We're
the
in a time of
subcultures.
information, so there's even videos that we're gonna see these days that we never saw before. We love the tune, but we never
But-
saw the video.
But how lazy is that back in the days we had to go to the Bronx or travel or meet people or penetrate communities.
This is why I
to
went
be
out 7 days a
validated,
week.
to get in, to learn,
That
to
was
know about something.
Privileged. I don't call that lazy. I think you was privileged because some of our majority of people just imagined that.
Well, the fact that you can actually Google it in 4 seconds, I think that's extremely a privilege to
How
be
did you
able.
get into dancing with Bobby Brown and them?
Oh, we're digressing into that. So when I came back from New York
Yeah.
in 1980s, I had a high top. I was
Yeah.
into hip hop dancing. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah.
I just was battling, doing hip hop music in the
Did you go back
Bronx.
to Covent Garden?
In block parties and stuff like that. And
No, when you
parties.
came back to here.
No, Covent Garden is gone. It's over.
gone.
The party's
Okay.
over. It's at its moment. It's gone.
It's gone.
Nobody cares no more. Now
What's
we're
that? What, Covent
hip-
Garden?
break dancing. No one cares about break
No,
dancing.
but even
1988, nobody cares about break dancing.
even yeah, there you lot let me losing my words.
Is that water? That's water. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
take the water, man.
No,
No,
it's
it's
cool.
cool. That's lemonade.
Oh, that's cool. It's like it's adorable. That's
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm dead in the water.
No, take your time, man. It's okay.
No, I've lost it. Mr. Talker.
Okay. So anyway, what happened? What Mr. Talker? So
Yeah,
yeah,
I said it. I said
yeah.
it.
So basically, hip hop. When I came back to London in 1988, I think you're 3 or something like that. You're 3 years of age.
Just about.
Gee, it's unbelievable. It's amazing, isn't it?
You lot was like 35, man.
Yeah.
Don't use that. Do him.
Yeah,
Don't bring
10.
me into
I
it.
was about 30. He was
Yeah,
about 35 then.
It feels that way. It's not that far away. Yeah, right. It's okay. So he was a nice guy when I got him, but he's turned around viciously. So what happened is that when I came back to London, so I'm street battling, block parties in the Bronx. I come back to London. I got a high top. Everyone thinks I'm weird. Listen, man, I was at sixth form. You know, Islington sixth form.
Yeah, I went there too.
People were laughing at me. They were laughing at me. I got a high top. I'm weird. I'm like, bro, I might have to cut my high top off. That people are giving me a hard time. I'll tell you what happened. We went to a concert in, I think it might have been Public Enemy. We went to a Public Enemy concert and we went there and there was these hip hop dancers that are UK based that were dancing on the stage and the crowd were going berserk. The crowd was going crazy. And I'm sitting in this crowd, I'm sitting there and I'm standing there, and I'm looking at them and I said to the people that was in my college and at the time I goes, I could do that. And they laughed. I goes, I can do that. And they were laughing. And then I came back and then we came back and they were on the train. They were laughing at me on the train home from Brixton to North London. And then the next week I went into to sixth form and I went into the lunchroom. And as I walked into the lunchroom, that I heard one girl goes, yeah, there's Eugene. And they said he probably danced, you know. I love women. Women are amazing. They're exceptional. But when they're in a group and they get vicious, they really they beat the hell out of you. Like, you gotta love them. You gotta love them.
If that ain't
And they
diplomacy,
went-
I know it before.
They went. They start saying I dance like a chicken, and the whole place. You know when you get that young
I used to go sixth
women
form.
laugh.
Yeah.
You know that whole laugher. I'm queuing up at the queue to go in, and I'm like, I'm so stupid. Why did I tell her that I can do that dance? Yeah, and they were laughing. They were banging on the tables. I'm eating my dinner. They're like, "Come on, Eugene, dance, do a move for me." I'm just eating my food. I felt really embarrassed. Anyway, long story short, I'm going into at the nights we're going into like clubs, hip hop clubs, and I'm battling people. And then the next minute, we get called in by the Cookie Crew to do the Cookie Crew video. I got to keep
Come
on.
on. You know
I got
Cookie Crew?
No.
You never heard of them?
Yeah,
Yeah, big,
I
big,
go to
big.
Cookie Crew, got to keep on. If you watch the video, if you type
Yeah.
Cookie Crew, got to keep, you see me in the middle, right? Okay. So they were like, Cookie Crew,
Yeah,
got
I
to
remember
keep
them.
on. So I was like, they were like, you got a video. So we went into the video. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I know the Cooks from back in the days. So I was like, okay, cool,
Were they
man.
British or American? American group.
They're English, but they were signed to a certain company. They ended up they produced their album in America.
Okay.
So they're good friends to me up to this very day.
Yeah, I think that was
Susie
another reason
Q
why I was
and
like,
Debbie D. I love them.
Eugene,
They're my
Eugene,
sisters.
'cause I remember when you did that as well.
Yeah. So when I did that,
Oh,
so
shit, is that you?
that's me in the middle.
That's it. And it was
That's
big.
it.
It was big back in the day, you know. That was big back in the day.
Yeah, that
Big.
was. Listen, when you see that, right, you're looking at it like it's just a regular video. That video was
You
like,
got
I
no
like-
videos on TV. You can't
That-
see nothing, and then he's in the video with his people.
Yeah.
It's like it's mind blowing, man.
It is
I didn't live down
mind-
the road from you.
yeah.
And you live
It's
around the corner, and you're
mind-blowing.
Morrissey's big brother. You know
It
what
was
I mean?
very epic moment. It was like wow, and it's like the culture of the time, like the coolest thing of the culture at the time.
Yeah. I remember it.
So anyway, I did a video, but I'm just like, yeah. So we worked on the video. Like they brought the tune. I was like, what's this tune? And then I was like, well, how are we gonna do this routine? So we done the routine. We come on the set, and they had the other dancers and stuff like that. And we came on. If you watch the video, you'll see. As we came on, oh my god, I got to tell you about. I got the Power video. I was supposed to
Snap.
do that. Snap.
Come on.
So you know Pesky?
Yeah. They're the two hip hop dancers.
Hudson.
Dean and Hudson, yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they should thank me. And Dean and Hudson, you need to thank me because you wouldn't have got that video if I never get it.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's a shot.
I turned that video down. Yeah,
Yeah.
which was appalling decision.
Was it?
But they, I'll tell you about that. That was Dean and Hudson. I know them from. We used to be battling in the
It was
club.
like a small
Yeah.
community dance.
Love Dean and Hudson, man. They're lovely brothers, man. I mean, looking back at the time they were like your Nazis, like the enemy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love them, man. Lovely brothers, man. And I respect the Dean and Hudson, man. Lovely
You know
guys.
them. You know them.
I know Hudson.
You know Hudson, little
Yeah.
thingy Hudson.
Pesky, yeah.
You know that too.
Hudson,
You know?
tell Hudson what?
Oh, you know that too.
Who is?
You.
Bro, because you're very taller than everybody else.
No, but you say
I'm
you're 3
civilian.
you're like little Hudson. Don't be like that.
Well, no, Hudson. Well, I don't mean it. I mean, everyone knows little Hudson. Everyone
Is he
knows
little?
Hudson. It's like you taller than Hudson.
You little.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
But
there
you
you go.
little.
How tall are you? 5 what?
No, but we're not talking about you. Talking about him.
5.
We're talking about
Just get
him.
very
5'13".
No, you're big, but you know what?
What are you?
Me.
Yeah.
I'm Io. This is live talks about.
What are you?
I was like
6
6'5".
what?
I'm 6'3", I think.
Yeah, well, calm down, Io.
You asked me and you say calm down.
Yeah,
What's all
calm
that
down,
about?
bro. The average human being is around 5'9".
5'2".
5. Is it 5 now?
The average. You said the average Puerto Rican, like you was.
No, the average human
I'm
being.
just going back on everything you're saying.
I hear you.
Alright.
Bless you. But you're tall, man.
So you lot was all kind of the same time there, innit?
Yeah. So we ran that period of time. So we did that video and it blew up, man. And when I mean blew up, it never blew. It blew the hell up. Like
What the Cookie Crew one of the
the
snap
Cookie
one.
Crew video. No, on the street. I mean, the Cookie Crew blew up. No
Cookie Crew
disrespect
blew up,
to
yeah.
Dean and Hudson, but the Cookie Crew video blew up. The Dean and Hudson video blew up because the tune was so bad.
Snap. The snap.
Snap! I got
Oh,
the
I got
power.
That's a big.
I
big,
got
big,
that
big
video.
track,
That video
big
came to
track,
me
big track.
first, and they wanted us to dance for it, and we turned it down. You know why we turned it down? Because I couldn't hear the tune. The
You
tune
couldn't
was,
hear it.
The tune was played to me over the phone in 1990 might have been, right? The
big-
tune was
big
played
track,
to me.
man.
You know, no, let me tell you.
Couldn't even hear it.
I
in
got
now.
played. I was with my girlfriend.
House phone thing.
We was doing video. We were getting offers for videos all the time. After the thingy video,
Cookie Crew.
everybody wanted hip hop. They wanted us to be in every hip hop video. So any video that was cool, they were like, we want those hip hop dancers. So we was getting inundated with videos, and then Snap came around.
Yeah.
So Snap came around and they played. You know, they were like they played the video.
Music.
So they sent the video to my 2 colleagues, and they played it. You see them in the video. They sent it to the colleagues, and one of them was like, they don't like it. And then I was the middle man.
Bougie.
Not even bougie. Well, I don't know really. I don't know the full integrations, but it just got not bougie. It was just like it sounded like noise. It's that
Old actual music.
I got the power.
Yeah.
It sounded like noise.
At the time.
Now, in
Yeah.
hindsight, we look and go, I got the
It's
power.
a banging track.
Yeah. So
Banging track.
he played played it to him. So now I'm not even in the room, but they Snap sent the I got the power video to us to listen to whether we want to do the music video. I'm not there. I'm in Kilburn with my girlfriend at the time. And I'm they're like, all right, they're hearing it. The record company people there, and they're like, this is Snap. I got the power. They really want you to do a routine for the video. So now I'm not there, and they call me and they go, listen, you're huge. They've these guys. There's a tune called Snap. I've got the power. You want to hear it? You want to hear what it's like? And I go, okay, all right, play it, right? And I hear it, and all I hear is, this is 1980. I don't know, 1990s.
Like you said, he's like,
I'm like, I got the power.
how was you hearing it?
The jump is cold.
So I'm listening to it. I'm just saying it.
No, but wait,
and I said, it sounds like noise.
Eugene.
Yeah?
Hello? Eugene.
Yeah.
How was you hearing it? Like he said, was you hear it over a phone? Over the house phone.
Over the house phone.
Played over a tape recorder, or was it played from another thing?
My man, I'm hearing a tape onto a house phone. It's come to me, but the phones in 1990 is not what we're hearing now.
That house phone.
Yeah.
All I'm hearing is listen, if I went to Yard, I got a tune for you, man. It's really hot. You're gonna be like, that sounds whack.
Them times as well.
When you first hear that, so when you, as a dancer, when you're looking at music, as a dancer, you're not listening to the way ordinary people hear music. You're listening to the routine. If you're a good dancer, you should be listening to the sound of the music. So you're picturing your movements when you hear the music. You don't just hear music and dance to it. If you're going to do a routine to a music video, you're listening to the detail of how am I going to appear? How is the movement going to be? When the music goes this way, what am I going to do? Yeah, where am I going to be at that stage? So what happens is I hear it and I'm like, it just sounds like noise to me. But it sounds cool, but it sounds like no, I'm not bothered. And I left it to my work 2 colleagues to think. I said, whatever.
To make the decision.
To make the decision, because I was like, I'm not feeling it because it sounds like noise, but it's up to you guys. And I left it to them, and we turned it down. So we go to a club. I just remember being in the club, and I just hear da da da.
But you're hearing
now I'm hearing the beats now, and I'm hearing all the sounding. I'm like, and then I just hear, I got the power, and the whole club just go.
You must have been pissed.
If there's any time where you want to vomit, and I just went. I looked at my 2 colleagues and my other colleague who wanted to do it more. I looked at him and I was like, because he was upset that we never did it. Because he was like, I think we should have done this. And I went to the toilet, and I just remember.
You went to the toilet?
I just remember going to the toilet in
because of that.
Because I just remember just going, I just need to get my mind straight. Like the whole place is going crazy for a tune that I've turned down, and it was just massive. And then the video came out, and they was like, who else can we go to? And they were like, there's these other street dancers called Dean Hudson.
Were they good?
They went to Dean Hudson.
Yeah, good.
Now Dean Hudson's really cool, man. I love them, but I will say this, Dean and Hudson, we can have this conversation just in case you see this video. They love the video because of the music.
No, definitely.
And the dancing, they're cool. Dean and Hudson are cool brothers, man. They're really cool. I love what they do. With our video,
it was a moment for them, though. You know,
it was a moment for them, and respect to them. They enjoy. I'm glad they enjoy it. But there is an element of you should give us a little bit of appreciation.
Yeah, but you turned it down.
Turn it down.
Can you still dance
but how
now?
many times
can you still dance now?
I'm actually really good at dancing, yeah. I'm
Are
exceptional.
you gassing?
I don't like your tone because there's a little sarcasm to it.
No, I'm asking. I just got
It's just a little tiny, just a
No, are
tiny
you
little
gassing?
bit.
Can you really dance?
It's tiny. Like, could you dance now?
No, can you dance now?
Yeah, I'm not going to dance. For
No,
you
I didn't
right
rush
now,
to dance right
but
now.
I
was
can
wondering-
dance.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I'm the coolest dad in the party.
Nah.
If you want to know, I'm the coolest dad in the party.
Can you still do the windmill?
I think if you give me 2 weeks, I could pull off a windmill.
Seriously?
Yeah. Probably
So then
2 or
what-
3 windmills.
So if you so if you used to go
It's
in
a really interesting question. I love it.
Wait, yeah, nah, I'm just keeping it one.
I've never had it.
If
Go
you
ahead.
went into a rave right now, yeah,
Rave.
with my old self, we went to a rave right now,
Yeah.
right, and then they made the circle. I said, go on. Would you have flashbacks? Would you actually? Could you go in there and like?
Ayo, look at his trainers. They're red. Come on, that should show you everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
the
he looks the part.
Yeah,
but me, like I look like
The red
I
trainers
can
say
still
it
run
all.
and do the things I used to do when I was 21. I
love
can't rave
this
every
guy.
day, you know. I can't rave it, not now,
That's not what you said a minute ago.
not anymore.
No,
I said when I was young.
I just want to
So
say.
I could. Because I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you're old now.
yeah, I just want to say.
Yeah.
I just want to say the guy that
I appreciate you. I love you, innit? Come on.
I just want to say the guy that illuminated my red trainers was rocking some Louis Vuitton Nikes, which was a bit gourmet, parlay.
Yeah, it's called.
But what's that got to do? No, hold on. This is like.
I'm a humble man.
You lot,
You old men don't know about custom.
I want you
I love this
to
part.
answer my question.
Right now, I'm rocking
you're not
some.
getting-
I'm looking
you digress.
Louis V.
You
Louis V.
digress too
Barefoot.
much. What would you do if you was posed with a circle right now and someone said go and get it, and you was called out, not like you was in a rave, you don't feel like
ready.
dancing,
That's what I said, the ready shoes
means he's ready.
Let
me
me
just-
just called out.
All right, let me just say something.
Let me just tell you, wait, I've been called out. I was called out on holiday one day.
Yeah.
Right, I was with Axel and them. We was in, we was in Greece, and they done the circle. We was all in Greece, and then like this was 25, 30. But then this guy come out like someone from your kind of like genre, and gave it all the moves. He was popping, locking, and everything. And I was the only black guy there. He was like, he done everything. He was like, do something. Big crowd. I couldn't do anything, bro.
You know what it is, because he had the skills to do that.
Yeah, skills. So
I could do that.
Off, do you know what I mean?
I could do
you know
that.
What I'm saying? So
I've
if
been in
someone
that
comes to you
situation.
and mugged you off.
I was at a
right
friend's.
now, would you get him?
I was
something
at
back?
a
Could you get him something?
Yeah,
back?
yeah, of course.
What I did, I jumped
Of
on
course,
the floor.
but
I started
only-
humping the floor. Whoa! I started humping the floor. That's what I did. I had to do something
But you
so
went
outlandish.
R&B. You went R&B Joe to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I had to do something so
Yeah.
outlandish. I got away with it. So
What I'm saying.
What would you do?
Yeah, I've got good moves, but I am aware that I'm not like 19 anymore. So I like the visual aspects of me as a growing man. There's certain things with dance. When you see, man, even he had the moves on point. There's something about an older man doing those dance. Like, it's a youthful thing. And I respect the element of the movement. But I can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But it won't look as cool as it would look. Like, if I did what I did, like dancing, and you put it on a like 20-something-year-old, it would look exceptional.
So you're saying you can still dance, but you
I
won't
can
dance
dance.
because you don't look good?
No, I can. Yeah, because I'm a big mature man. It doesn't fit. There's times where we have to evolve and say, it looks better on people. I know. Yeah. When I look at myself now dancing, like I might dance with my daughters. Like I battled my kids. Okay. So I would battle them every week. So I'd say, come with it, yeah? And then they would come with dance steps and try to battle me. We would battle.
Teach them dance
steps, no, I wouldn't teach them dancing. I was like, figure it out. But I'm going to battle you and I'll show you I'm better than you. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Yeah, it's embarrassing. But I'm glad there's no film and footage of it. But we would get in, we'd go down, I'd battle my kids.
Going on to that now, I like that because saying something about your kids and vocabulary. The stuff we talk about vocabulary.
Oh yeah, we were talking about.
We talk about a lot of things. This is the thing, which is like I wanted to get we going around the house. Yeah. Because when we talk about so many different things. Yeah. That's why I was being like
vocabulary.
I'm trying to control everything, but I can't. Obviously, you can't.
No, but your son today was amazing, but his vocabulary was.
Listen, man, your son came in.
He hardly spoke.
Well,
I appreciate it.
Yeah. He's sociology, psychology, and English.
Yeah,
that's all he needed to say.
Yeah, but it wasn't him just saying those words. It was the way he said those words.
Yeah.
Okay, it was like, I'll vote for you. Yeah, it was like, what do you do? Sociology. It just chairs and it's like sociology and this actually isn't my father. I don't even know.
Wow. I love that.
Yes, I know you're thinking like at this present moment, like how did Io produce a son such as me? But, I just would like to say, I was kidnapped at 3. I was kidnapped at 3 and.
Between these two today, I find it hard. We're going to change the name.
Basically, what we're saying is a compliment is that your son is exceptional. He just those words. I don't even know. He could I don't know. He could say where he presented himself was exceptional, man.
I appreciate
and
that.
It's lovely.
And the conversation.
It's so lovely to see our kids, especially we come from working class communities that are disenfranchised from opportunities. So like people in the younger age, like we got all this aspiration talk and people saying, "Oh, we can take over the world and we can do this." Back in 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, people never had those opportunities. So when we see our children like there's a class elements that we have to deal with. So when we say our children talking articulately, and there's nuance. So you got to understand is certain people that have go to Cambridge and Oxford University. I communicate with some of those people, and I understand the importance of vocabulary and
100%.
communication. And sometimes we assume that if we speak clearly, or we use certain vocabulary, we use different words. They say, why do you do that? You could just say that.
Yeah.
You say, why say that? Words are free.
Okay.
They're there in the dictionary.
Yeah.
You can go and research words right now. What you could use them. You don't have to pay for them. You don't have to go private school and spend expensive money.
Yeah.
They're there. Look up the words. Use them. You know, I always say that people that you speak language is a waste of time.
Yeah.
If you're not using the language and you're not in the country, it's a waste of time.
What's that again? Language is a
Waste of time. Why? If you're not utilizing it, if you're not going to a country and utilizing
Because it's
it?
only 5% of communication anyway.
Yeah, because listen, you're gonna spend 3 years learning how to speak French, but you can only speak French as 11-year-old. Or an 8-year-old. Why spend like all those years spending that? Why don't you use that language, those words and vocabularies, and use them for your own vocabulary and make yourself a powerhouse in communication?
I like that.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I totally get what you're
Why
saying.
waste your time saying like, d'accord, baby, it sounds adorable, right? It will you might meet a lady or two, or you might impress a room.
Yeah.
For 4 seconds, but really you just sound like an 8-year-old in France. Yeah, and you spent 4 years to get to an 8-year-old. Why don't you spend 4 years to become an ultramagnetic personality in communication?
That's a lot.
So
what you're saying,
reverse that over that.
is use the English language.
Use
the
that
British language,
English.
the
Don't
vocabulary,
waste your
the
time
diary.
speaking French. It's adorable unless you're going to go to France. Unless you're going to go to England. But if you're going to say the English and you just want to, I speak languages. Who gives a damn? Why don't you be able to speak your own language and learn all those words that you learn in there, but learn high frequency words in your own English language? Why don't you become
whoa. So you
Sorry,
very fast.
I
No,
apologize.
it's fine. So
Sorry.
give me an example of some of the
I'm
high
getting a bit-
frequency words. It's fine. Give me some example of some of the high frequency words that you would.
Well, listen, I'm a working class guy, so I'm just an ordinary dude, just observing the game in my journey in life, right? So we come from disadvantaged communities, yeah? So we dealing with working class, all those type of things, right? So what happens is that I remember I started my own business back in 20 years ago. I'm a graphic designer, yeah.
Lovely.
So when I started the graphic design company, I started having meetings with certain people.
Tarquins.
Tarquins, all right, people that go to Eton and Cambridge and have all the opportunities in London City.
Sebastians.
Yeah, they got Philip.
Cartwright.
Yeah, but they got all the opportunities, which is
You're generalizing, guys.
I don't want to generalize. Absolutely,
He's specific.
no, Jay, absolutely, and I could be general. I'm not generalized, but they seem to have all the high end economics in London City. Other people do, but that's just the
But
reality.
those guys don't always pay the most.
Huh?
They don't always pay the most.
They don't always pay well. But what I'm saying is that when you have meetings with these people, they start using vocabulary that tries to intimidate you. Yeah. Because it's like they try to realize that they're trying to show, because they do that within themselves. Yeah. So if you come along as a working class person and you speak and you're authentic in the way that you communicate, when you speak with with certain people that go to certain schools, they think they got one up on you, and the one up is vocabulary. Yeah. And it doesn't mean they're knowledgeable about things. It just means if they use a certain level of vocabulary, it makes them appear that they're actually more knowledgeable than you are. Yeah, but knowledge is just what you apply yourself to one thing. They're knowledgeable about one thing. Yeah. So if I study about how glasses are made, I'm very knowledgeable about
that. Yeah, definitely.
But that's all I know. Right? You guys are knowledgeable about other things.
But you know, it's when you allow people to do that. Because sometimes when someone tries to give me a big word, I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, what
I'm saying sometimes intelligence is saying, what does that mean?
This is what I was trying to say to him before.
You know what I mean? Instead of acting like you pretending like you know what it means.
Absolutely. You say to you, what is that word? Yeah. Why is that word? And when you do that, it's even more great. You know, a guy goes to me and we were walking with a friend of mine and he said the word ubiquitous. Mm-hmm. Now in my head I was thinking, what a potential like a pretentious word to use. Yeah.
Ubiquitous.
We're just walking ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous.
Yeah. Now, when I heard it, does anybody know what ubiquitous means?
You do, innit?
She can spell it. I can spell it.
You can spell it.
She can spell anything.
I love that.
No, you know what? No,
No.
I love that because listen to this,
Yeah.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
hold tight.
Sorry,
hold
I
tight.
apologize.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
A lot of the time when people say, if I try to say certain words, if someone says a word like ubiquitous or a long word, someone says to you, spell it. And that's how they challenge it. They don't say define it. They say spell that word.
Yeah, it's true.
The fact you can spell it is
But
nice.
but just because you can spell something doesn't.
No, but I understand that. I'm just saying in the irony of it, like I've had people, if I say a long word or whatever, they're like, can you spell that?
Yeah,
like, just to kind of call
so
you out.
true,
So
yeah.
you can say it, you can define it, but can you spell it?
spell it.
It's just in the comedy kind of it. You saying that, it's funny. But God, sorry.
Well, what I usually say to people is that we don't speak in spelling. Yeah? We speak in words that you understand. Who cares whether you can spell something, but the fact that you can communicate it.
Yeah.
That's what's the most valuable
Most
part.
Say
of
that
it.
again?
So what does ubiquitous
We don't
mean?
speak in spelling.
So what does it mean?
We don't start. You don't say a word by spelling the words, do you?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
You what?
What does it mean?
Ubiquitous means like it's everywhere. It's familiar. It's like a thing that you see. So I would say like I used to wear
Put it at
North
the bar.
Faces when no one wore them, but now it's becoming ubiquitous because you see North Faces everywhere now, right?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
North Face jackets.
no, Canada Goose.
That's even a good name for a project. Though.
Ubiquitous.
Yeah.
Everywhere. That's actually a.
You got man over there saying
know what?
Wow.
You know
Rub
what?
it off.
It's a wicked word. It's a really
Yeah.
good word. But you see what you said. That's really creative and how you thought of that. That's so true.
Yeah.
You could use ubiquitous is everywhere.
Everywhere.
Because it is everywhere.
Yeah.
Ubiquitous is everywhere. It's becoming so popular. So like so you certain things in culture become ubiquitous. It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Because I want
Like
to be
before
ubiquitous.
it wasn't. What?
I want to be ubiquitous.
Yeah, I want to be a ubiquitous. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not. I. You could use it in that terms, but I think you'd have to thoroughly have a good look at it.
Think about it.
Yeah, to think about it. But you want to make sure you use it in the correct way. But ubiquitous is a word that is.
I want to be ubiquitous.
Yeah.
In the
But
right way.
I
ubiquitous.
think I've already been ubiquitous, don't you?
But I.
you want to be ubiquitous in the right places.
Yeah. But hear what I'm saying.
But then can you do that though?
You are killing me. You are killing me.
You don't want to be everywhere.
You don't be everywhere. You want to be selectively.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But
I'm dying between you two.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I want to put you this shit. I want to say that shit.
Selective ubiquitous.
yeah, selectively ubiquitous. But what I'm saying is,
Selectous.
yeah.
So then you're making new words. now.
No, but it's such an interesting word. It's a weird word that we don't use every day. It doesn't seem so natural to say ubiquitous, does it? I don't say, well, we're ubiquitous. Like, it just sounds weird. But a friend of mine said that to me. I was like, ubiquitous? What a weird word. He goes, and he's a bit a pompous guy. I love the guy, and, you know, I love him. He's great. But I said to him, what does that word mean?
Is that yeah.
And he just, you know, because it means it's everywhere. Yeah? He's like, it's everywhere. Love the guy. He's a good brother. But I was like, that's cool. I love that word.
So in
but I'm not
essence-
going to use... it's hard to me to use ubiquitous. But what it is you've got to
gotta
be
fight with
using
that.
these words. These words are there. They're free.
Yeah.
If I say these certain types of words, I don't know. It's not advantageous for me to advantageous for me to express certain things. See, these are just words. Advantageous means it's not beneficial for me.
Yeah, but it just goes back to what you
But
said
I
before.
could say beneficial. Why not use advantageous?
Yeah.
It's free.
But you can say things like after a rave, it's like you bitches are ubiquitous.
So what now? When you say ubiquitous.
So you mix it with the street. Y'all bitches big ubiquitous, man. And they'll be like, what did he mean by that? Anyway, good night.
You guys are big too. What did he say? Ubiquitous. Biscuits. Is
What
he
to
selling
mess them up, you're
biscuits?
saying? Okay.
Yeah. My man's selling biscuits.
Ubiquitous.
Yeah, I want a biscuit. But yeah, but anyway, so what I'm just saying is that working class people and people from poor backgrounds or whatever, that's another hustle, is vocabulary. And we need to start trying to, and I'm not saying I'm not exceptional in any form of vocabulary, but as an older man, I realise the power of because when I've been in rooms, I've seen people use the power of vocabulary to make me dizzy or make me feel not confident.
So-
like that.
Bobby Brown.
I have to fight with you to talk, you know that. I
Okay,
actually fight
sorry.
with you to all of you.
Yeah.
That both of you. That's what I'm getting
Yeah.
frustrated. But
Sorry,
it's-
yeah. It's
so
yeah.
in essence, what
Yeah,
you're
it's the
saying was-
arrogance that he's pursuing.
No, God,
Bobby
it's
Brown.
okay. It's all right.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, so I came over. All right, very
Like,
quickly.
I'm going to sit over there in a minute.
All right, very quick.
Five.
I really apologise. I'm sorry if I digress and I go in too much. You got to pull me in. What I'm saying is that what happened is I became thingy. So I became a hip hop dancer, and I started doing hip hop, and then a hip hop thing called.
No, that's not what I want from you.
But that's how I
Be there.
became
No,
Bobby
go
Brown.
back. But forget that.
So
He's
you
asking
became
Bobby Brown.
Bobby
I'm
Brown.
talking to you about something. You're not even listening.
Sorry.
You're very ubiquitous everywhere.
All right.
You're everywhere, but where I want you to be.
You can say I'm like
Here.
bird shit. I'm like
See?
everywhere.
You're
You
not
can say that.
listening.
That's another
So
one.
what I was trying to get out of you
It's very aggressive.
was.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he's still talking.
Oh, yeah,
what I was trying to get out of you was essence of what you're trying to teach the kids, and also what you're saying about don't speak French at 11-year-old's age. You might as well speak the English language fluently and use the words appropriately.
High frequency.
Ubiquitous,
High frequency words.
which is
Yeah.
what I'm trying to get out of
Sure.
you, like right now. Yeah. So implementing those high frequency words, mastering the English language, and using the words in the right context can help you move forward, opposed to wasting your time
Massively.
learning French and so on and so forth.
Yeah, no, I'm.
It's help you get through.
Yeah, I'm not saying that learning a language is not good. It's wonderful, but what happens is that we're living in a capitalist society, and we're a people with no capital. So we're competing in a level where we can't compete. So we have to be smarter in what, like we create hip hop and music and culture and all these things. We need to stop getting creative in vocabulary, in language, in all those type of things. And we are creative in language. We create words and language that the whole culture is using. Yeah, but let's start moving into other ways we use vocabulary. So we start so we can be in the boardroom, so we can be in making decisions, or we can negotiate better and not show that we're intelligent and so on. Because let me tell you this, I'm going to be very quickly on this. I've been around certain people that are from Cambridge and Oxford, all these type of people, and what I've realised is that their knowledge is they're only knowledgeable about the things that they're knowledgeable about. Yeah, they're only knowledgeable about the things about
most people.
Yeah, like most people, we all are knowledgeable about what we're knowledgeable about. Right. If you're in this room and you want me to talk about this room, I can talk about this room. Yeah, but if you ain't been in this room, you can't talk about it. They're in their room and they talk about it really thoroughly, right. And their room is valuable. So what they do, we assume that they're all oogity boogity. Yeah, we oogity boogity, like they're the Wizard of Oz kind of. Wow, look at these people.
He met oogity boogity when he was dancing for Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to find out.
He's obsessed with Bobby Brown.
Did you mean Whitney Houston as well as Oogity Boogity?
Oogity Boogity. But I'm just saying is that we get intimidated. Working class people get intimidated by people that speak in a higher vocabulary.
No, definitely.
Yeah, they do. Like you go in a room, I've got friends, I've seen them around certain English people.
No, I don't agree with that.
No, that's true.
No, I don't agree with that. You know why I don't agree with that?
I've seen it.
Okay, but I don't agree with that because that is a general statement again. Because my learning friend over here, for one of my friends, we're working class. But if you hear a word like you just said, I do the same thing. If I don't understand, I'm like, sorry, what was that? Yeah. And I won't get intimidated by it. I'll say, I don't know what it is. What was that? Tell me. Okay, cool. So what you tried to scare me with, I'm not scared of. I'm not scared to show you I don't know it. What was that? Cool, now I know it. Boom, let's move forward. So not every working class person is scared of it before it's made to feel inferior, but it is a tool that they use to do that. That's how I feel about that. That's all I'm saying. Because you reverse it, I reverse it too.
Especially when you know languages.
Because I've said to you, but when you start telling me, I would ask you, what is that? Okay, now you've educated me.
You're absolutely right.
No,
right. I mean, but in conversation when we start talking about like generalization, I mean, we can get everything is generalized.
Yeah. No, but it shouldn't
be that. It doesn't change the reason for doing it.
Like, there should be. You cannot say things like.
But you can't. You shouldn't make it happen.
Women. You have to clarify it with some.
So
our conversations has to be about some. Some people who have high vocabulary.
Yeah, there you go.
When you're at a business meeting, may use that because it's advantageous for them to use those languages.
In the same way, like they do that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, of course. You may not be.
Bruv, let me land. Hold tight, man.
Yeah, I apologise.
Cool, man.
Sorry.
But
security.
It's cool, bruv. Cool. But if someone says something in the same meeting, if you've got no shame, because if they say it and then you cringe down, if you say, oh, sorry, I don't know, what's that word? Okay, thanks for let me know that word. Boom, let's move on, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
You take the power away from that. That's what I'm saying. So that same time when they try to use it against you,
I agree.
You can reverse it.
I agree, but when you're sitting down trying to negotiate a contract for money, You're sweating because the value
Not
of
everyone,
you,
I'm just saying.
not everybody, but the value of you is the words that come out of your mouth at that time in the meeting.
Yeah,
When
but
you
then,
negoti-
also the energy.
Language that is.
Yeah, if we're
I know
just
what you're
chatting
saying.
and talking, we're just chatting about stuff, that's a different thing. If we start putting money on the table and I'm trying to get a 20 grand contract, I am sweating. Yeah, if I'm working class, I'm trying to show my intelligence, and I'm dealing with people that went to Cambridge.
But what about
Like
if you show
I'm
them you're
dealing,
not
like
scared
it's
of them?
nervous.
But what if you say you're not scared? That's all I'm just saying.
No,
You
but
show them
absolutely.
you're not scared of them.
Start
All right,
working on your
cool.
vocabulary.
That's just
It's
because
circle.
I'm here for this.
Start working on your vocabulary.
Do you know what? It's, even if you don't want to work on your vocabulary, you got to work on your understanding of what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
So
Listen,
And it's like
if
the-
you,
listen,
if you,
listen,
if you work on, if
listen.
you work on if you understand what people are trying to do, and you say, all right, cool. If you're honesty is the best thing for business in
Yeah.
the right ways. Not honest to the next person, honest to yourself. So if you're honest to yourself and you know what you're good at, you're not good at, you're not even going to let no one target you. You say, just give me the contract. I want to get. You don't even have to tell them I'm going to give it to someone to look at it. You say, I just want to go and have a look at it.
let me just say, you're
But
absolutely.
you know what I'm
you're
saying?
absolutely.
That's there's ways you can avoid it. That's
No,
all.
no, Jay, I hear what you're saying. But the thing is business is not honest. Yeah,
What's
business is
but
not
that's what I said,
honest.
be honest to yourself, not be
No,
honest
no,
to the,
you
to
could
the-
be
to
honest
the
with
account.
yourself, but
I
when
would
you
still fuck them up though.
yeah, but the thing is, when you're having negotiations, it comes down to communication and articulation.
Okay.
Negotiation is communication.
I don't understand that.
So-
I understand
so-
this and I want that. So
yeah.
this is what it is. So
Yeah.
if you want to talk, if you want to
Yeah.
swallow the dictionary, fine.
Yeah,
If you
but-
want to do business, let's do business.
Yeah, I know, but
Bam. I'm just saying, you
Yeah.
can reverse that shit.
Yeah,
absolutely,
you
but
could
the
be-
street
you could
level,
be-
but the
And that's
street
what I'm
level of
saying.
communication that is valuable. Like those people wouldn't really survive on a street level where you're communicating. Yeah, but
Yeah.
they
But
because
also
they
if-
would feel intimidated in a street thing because
No,
they
but
don't
you could be a
understand the
big
lingo and the
you could be a
language.
you could be a big business meetings, and the person that is the guy with the money doesn't know too much. You see, you're speaking too many big words. I don't want this.
But if you're in the room, you're in the room.
Simplify.
If you're in the room, you're in the room.
Yeah, I hear you.
told me you give me too many big words,
Yeah.
and no, I'm leave.
Yeah, it's very simple. I got this.
Yeah.
I bring dirt to your house. You buy it not.
You
yes,
want this
no.
price, you want this price.
you know-
You
you
don't
know-
want
Yeah,
it, you want
yeah.
it, you don't want
So
it.
this-
I do
Space
apologize to any
No
people
need
that
for
are
an apology.
offended by our
No need for an
bad
apology.
language, whatever
No need for an
it sounds.
apology. But I'm just saying there's two ways to it. But I do appreciate the fact of being able to use them high frequency words.
Well, when you,
and drop them when you need to
but when
drop
you're
them.
in them, I've been in situations where I'm trying to negotiate some big money, and I'm trying, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like a working class guy, and I can't really articulate some of the stuff the way they're articulating it, and it is intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only when I was younger I started realizing how intimidating it is, and I said to myself, I need to start communicating a little bit more wider. And I have the communication skills. You've got the charm, the street element, the aspects, all those things that we grow up in authentically. But then there's another level. So let's not stop thinking there's other levels.
No, yeah, of
there's
course,
levels,
of
the levels to every different thing, and we need to tap into
But
those.
this
other
is
levels.
life.
And what I'm saying about speaking articulately and using a wider vocabulary, I'm not saying be bougie. That's another conversation. You understand?
Eugene, you know I love you, innit?
No, but you understand what I'm
No,
saying?
but hear me, you know I love you.
I
innit?
love you too, bro, man.
I want to
Equally.
kind of wrap everything up now with what are you
Yeah,
gonna,
sure.
what are you doing next? What's next from you?
I love what you
What's
can.
going on?
Yeah, it's a
What's
loaded
going
question.
on?
It's a loaded
Of course
question.
it's loaded.
Yeah.
Everything's loaded.
Okay.
It's a
Well, at the
ubiquitous-
moment,
it's a
okay.
ubiquitous
At the moment,
question.
it's a ubiquitous. It's everywhere, right? Yeah, and listen, it's been. I'm at the moment. I'm a graphic designer. I do marketing and branding for all different types of companies, small and big companies. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They come their business. It's all the same stuff. But I also I am working on many different types of projects, and I'm just I'm at the time where I'm just transitioning into sort of different things and creative projects, and I'm trying to move into maybe I'm doing all right.
Talk, man.
Yeah.
Stop
I'm doing a
skirting
little
around the
bit.
edges,
Yeah,
man.
I'm doing a little bit of stand-up comedy. Right?
Stand-up comedy, I would never
Hey.
Whoa. Well, we can edit this.
And what
out.
brought you there? Do you need a drink?
Yeah, but no, there's no more.
You can have juice, man.
What juice?
Whatever juice they got.
Yeah. What
Go on,
juice?
yeah, we want to wrap everything up now. So you're moving into comedy?
Yeah, I'm thinking about moving into. Well, I'm not thinking about. I've been doing a bit of stand-up comedy, and it's been enjoyable. It's been really, it's been great. But that's not who I am.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Okay. I don't want to because I can't handle that train. Thank you, man. But yeah, no, yeah, thank you, brother. Thanks a lot. Yeah, so I'm just looking into stand-up comedy. I'm enjoying it. I've done a few shows, and it's been really fun. It's something new, something exciting. So I'm just enjoying it, like a hobby. So I'm just trying it.
Now I've got out of you what happened when you moved over to New York in the 80s. Our old sugar sandwiches, you know what I mean? Dance with the Cookie Crew, coming back with the lines through there.
Yeah, sure.
And understanding the importance of high frequency words. I want to get you back and talk to you about the comedy. But I think we have to talk about the comedy another time.
We could do that, whatever you want to do. I don't mind. If you want to talk about comedy, we can do that. Now, comedy, listen, I'm doing stand-up comedy at the present moment. It's a hobby, but it's something that seems to be doing all right, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to try to become ubiquitous, which I believe.
I think you're everywhere already, my man.
I believe it may be used in the wrong context, but it's all good.
So just is Bobby Brown the only person you dance for? And how?
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. So I became a hip hop dancer, and I did music videos and a thingy. I turned down the music Snap, which was major, and then I ended up going on tour with Bobby Brown. His Worldwide tour, which was when Don't Be Cruel. I think it might be Don't Be Cruel.
Yeah, Don't Be Cruel. Yeah.
And I spent like a few months with Bobby Brown.
Wicked.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Cookie Crew.
What? Any other videos that you in?
There's oh my gosh, there's a video called. Also, I've been doing some adverts this year.
Yeah,
which has been really good. Some acting stuff, which has been really good. Yeah,
we're gonna have to talk about.
I'll show you some advert stuff. You'll be laughing.
Yeah, give
some speaking roles as well. It's been really cool.
You got Instagram?
No, I don't. I don't do social media.
No social media.
No, I don't. But I've got some fun stuff.
So you're not ubiquitous.
I'm not ubiquitous.
I don't keep using that word, you know.
No, I'm yeah, well, there's like,
What's the opposite to ubiquitous?
What's that? The opposite. Yeah, what is the opposite?
Ubiquitous.
Absolutely, ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous. So this is ubiquitous. Eugene?
Yes, it's been fun.
The voice behind the camera.
Listen, it's been exceptional. I just want to say in closing.
Fawole.
Yeah, like talks to the voice behind the camera. I can't even get my words out today, boy.
My man.
Man, do them for mate.
Yeah, I thought Jay should be sitting there. I didn't know what
mate, I felt so too.
Sitting there,
some point,
you know what I mean?
You know what it is? He didn't have enough gin to hang today.
You didn't have enough gin, I'll tell you.
I don't need gin to hang.
But
I think you had a bit too much gin to hang.
Yeah, I think,
No, I think we both had. Me.
Yeah, we did go in.
I think it was ubiquitous.
We did.
But no, that's live talks with AL Fawole. I love you, Eugene.
Bro,
I want to get you back. I want to talk about comedy next time.
Yeah, we could talk about comedy next time. I've got a few shows coming up in October, which is exciting, but I'm not promoting them until I get them out.
You just promoted them, bro.
Oh, well, great. Anyway, I've got a few shows in October. Yeah. If you see them out, they're still good. But anyway, what I'm saying is it's been a pleasure being here. And I've watched some of your stuff online, and I'm impressed the way you guys are doing it. The interviews are so natural and organic. And I'm so glad to be here.
We'll get you back.
Oh, well, listen, man, it's enjoyable, man. It's real fun. Really lovely being here.
You're going to dance for us next time?
We will not be dancing, but...
We're going to get him in a dance video. I want to show some of his old dance videos. That's live talks with AL Fawole.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Eugene, yeah?